Agents of I.C.S. is a Monster of the Week horror podcast meant for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why, hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Agents of I.C.S. Post-Nightmare, we shall return to Margot and crew, and we have quite a bit of information to discuss today. Let's join them now. Hola!
Hola.
Hola.
Hola, señor.
Hola.
¿Dónde está loca la biblioteca?
I sort of know what that means. Wait, bibliotheca is library,
I
right?
don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, but you said so
Understand.
confidently.
That is definitely where's the library.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Where's the
I'm just
bathroom?
quoting Community, it's fine.
¿Cómo está ese baño?
Yeah, community is probably pretty accurate.
How is the bathroom?
Oui, parlez pas français.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Says what?
That's all I got. Thanks for waifu.
Didn't Melanie take? Didn't you take French?
Yeah, I hated it.
Really?
Understandable.
Bad with languages.
I went really high up with Spanish.
I was
pretty
barely
good
speak
at it.
English.
I can't do it anymore though.
All she kept was, do you want to sleep with me? Okay.
Nuh-uh. I also remembered Ferme la bouche.
What's that mean?
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Femi la bouche?
Ferme la bouche.
Ferme la bouche there, buddy.
You know, Demon's just like, your accent's horrible.
I speak even less French than you, so I can't complain, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, the most important French.
You're like, soiseau.
Omelette du fromage.
Which is actually wrong because it's omelette au fromage, but okay.
Omelette
Oh.
au fromage. Dexter lied to me?
Wow.
No!
Who could have thought?
Who could have thought a child's show in the 90s lied about language?
Oh no.
I cry. All right, anyway. Big sad. So yes, we pick up after Margot had a wonderful dream. You guys kind of daisy-chained watching each other, and no more issues for either Margot or the rest of the crew. So we indeed roll over.
Was
Yes?
I the only one who had a dream?
Correct, yes. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Yes. I mean, you were eaten by a tree, so you know.
Sus.
You're the only one with a memorable dream. Everyone else, I don't know if you just, the void of black and then you just wake up, or you have a wonderfully detailed dream, and as you wake up, you're like, wow, what a weird dream. What was it about? That's a fun feeling. Not that I would know. So yeah, it's morning
I hate
time.
that, like when you're really unsettled by a dream, but then you can't remember what the dream was about.
Yeah.
So
Or
you're just
It was-
unsettled.
it was like important, and you're like, that was cool. What happened? Or like, was it real? Was I going through something?
Yeah.
Is this the dream? So
See, I guess I'm lucky that I never have bad dreams. I just have very weird dreams.
I haven't had a bad dream in a very long time. It's mostly just weird. Or boringly like normal. Like I went to school and wrote a paper in my dream. Full on was researching and shit. I guess that's a nightmare. But it was so boring. I hated it. Ugh. Anyway.
Yucky.
Yeah, big yuck. There's some horror for you.
When it feels like you did work during your dream.
Yes, like boring ass work too. Jesus. Okay, anyway, and then I wake up and do more work. The never-ending cycle of pain. We're awake. The cycle of pain is mostly ended. Now it's a living nightmare. So, Margot, you awake? Everyone awakes. It is indeed morning. The only person that had a notable dream was indeed Margot. And after you woke up and went back to sleep, Margot, you were perfectly fine. Nothing tried to eat you. I promise.
Well, I think I've discovered something about that creature.
And what was it?
He really likes human faces.
I mean, I think we
that's-
already figured that out. Yes,
No, I mean, there's some sort of like inferiority complex there.
You mean like he wants to have a human face, so he
Yes.
just takes a whole bunch of humans' faces?
He finds them very, very beautiful. Yes. Don't ask me how I know that.
Just the skin, though?
I mean, just because he's a demon doesn't mean he understands what makes a face beautiful.
So it's a demon.
I don't know. I
Wait,
just said so.
At the end of last week's session, the DM, God, what do we call? I always forget.
Keeper, I think.
The keeper.
Yes.
The keeper said we would learn what it is first thing.
Indeed. You guys are waking
Yes,
up.
once we answer the call.
And so,
Yes.
mm,
Are you thinking or just charging something?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Ah, man.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry, my brain is all discombobulated today. I could not remember Margot's name.
Man,
So-
I can totally imagine Carson waking up, charging a Kamehameha.
Yeah.
It just fades.
So Margot is saying that is this what she discovered from the dream, or from
the dream.
So he has an inferiority complex?
I mean, that was my best guess.
I think we should make fun of him then. I think it
Yes,
would really
laugh at
strike
the
a blow to
eldritch
its...
horror in the forest. What can
Yeah,
go
well,
wrong?
It would strike a terrible blow to its ego.
I mean, it might be worth considering.
I don't even have any special powers. I shouldn't go around saying that's the best thing to do.
Well, assuming we find out today that his ego is in fact his weakness, I'll agree with you there.
Alrighty, after discussing all this, I mentioned out of game and now in game. Each of you would have gained 1 experience by the end of last session. See, I keep saying how bad I am at this, and I'll just keep being bad at it. Meaning, Margot, levels. Carson, levels. And Jay, you're at 6.
Yep.
Margot, you do know what you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep Jesse at 10, the Carsonator, because we're still trying to basically figure out from a long list of laundries what you're going to choose. Margot, what are you picking?
You know, I really wasn't expecting to level so soon. I want to advance 2 basic moves.
And which of those will that be?
What did you recommend?
Oh my god.
What do you want to be good at?
Give me a second. Hold up.
Kick some ass, definitely. I mean, I'm melee. I definitely.
Kick some ass?
Well, I think this makes the 12 plus really good.
I thought you already picked this once before, though.
No,
Oh,
I
I'm just
haven't.
wondering.
This is
Okay.
the advanced improvement section, which I just unlocked.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
I'm way ahead of you guys as far as that goes.
Yes.
Sweet.
So,
Thanks for that.
in terms of total,
I'm experienced.
literally, you can advance 4 basic moves. That's a lot.
Yeah, as soon as I clicked advance 2, advanced 2 more basic moves popped up as an option. I didn't notice that before.
So, kick some ass is definitely what you want to go with. And you like helping out, right?
Yeah, because I got a bonus for it.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Perfect. There you go. Kick some ass advance. It says on a 12 plus, pick an enhancement effect. We discussed this before what it does, but it's really good. If you rolls a 12 plus on kick some ass, you hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward. You suffer no harm. Your attack inflicts double, or your attack drives the enemy away in a route. Basically, you roll so well, rather than pushing the enemy where you want it, you can like full on redirect it entirely to the point where it either like leaves the fight or you do something
And
very.
that's help out?
No, that's kick some
No,
ass.
that's kick some ass.
Oh, okay.
Help out, you just basically force a crit.
Yeah, help
Okay.
out.
Hey, did you just select help out?
Yeah, so I can read what it
You
says.
douche.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you want to know what it does, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, then you're welcome.
Wait, how come you can see it and I can't?
You can.
You
You're just
can-
you're not looking. It says
can-
on a 12 plus, your help lets them act as if they rolled a 12, regardless of what they actually got. So weirdly enough, that actually doesn't backfire. It just makes your +2 pointless. So if you happen to help out and get a +12, your +2 doesn't matter. They just fully crit, basically, which is really good. That's actually really good.
What does act under pressure get me?
Act under pressure gets you on a 12 plus. You may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or you do what you wanted with absolute perfection.
Whoa.
And what is act under pressure normally?
You do what you want.
You do it.
You do it somehow.
No, I mean, in what situations would I use it again?
What do you mean?
Realistically,
situations
any
would I use it?
situation where you are doing something.
Yeah. Anytime I tell you to, where you're not kicking ass and not investigating. So like, I'm trying to climb this thing and it's chasing me. Well, you're not kicking ass, so you're running away. That's, act under pressure. You're trying to like aim a sniper while you're being bared down by demons and shit, but you're trying to shoot something from across the way. That kind of kicks some ass, but it's also kind of act under pressure. So
All right, well, I definitely want that one, but maybe I'll grab it next time.
fair. Protect someone's also something you can grab. A 12 on protect someone. Both you and the character you are protecting are unharmed and out of danger. If you are protecting a bystander, they become your ally. So basically, you protect them so well, they swoon.
So just like in Yakuza, where they team up with you for those joint combo attacks?
I don't know if they're going to help you kick some ass, but they'll swoon. Maybe they'll help
You
kick
can
ass.
also check what the advanced version of your alternate weird move is.
My no
The one that-
limits?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to want that one. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet.
On a 12 or more, you can continue acting at your body's limits for 30 seconds.
Damn.
That's pretty long.
Yeah, so Hulk mode for like half a minute.
You know what? I'm going to do protect someone. Kick some ass and protect someone. I think I've been using that the most lately.
No limits is just I would like to rage. Okay.
You pretty
Not
much,
very
yes.
in rage.
I have a theme I like. I'm sorry.
Apparently, yes.
All right,
I'm
so
not complaining. It gets the
Margot,
job done.
It does, yes.
as you're descending the stairs, remembering your shitty dream, suddenly it's like, yes, advance kick some ass. Advance protect someone. And both those make sense because you roll plus tough, right?
Yes.
That's what you're good at. And then if you take another plus advanced, you can give a +1 to any rating, and that could possibly be tough. Realistically, you actually have a lot you can upgrade. You can upgrade your sharp, your weird, you can take another initiative move. You can grab a lot more things. So
I can, yes. It's not like it's useless to level up. I just wasn't expecting to do it so soon.
Yeah, so fortunately your character's not that far, but there is a limit where you just stop leveling, basically.
I mean, yeah, I don't care about becoming the leader of a sect or retiring to safety.
Boo, boring. Die. Honor.
I've already made a second hunter to play, and I don't want to change playbook, so those are all useless.
Yeah, basically. It's more fun to have like a repertoire as opposed to, I'll just take this and just buy Margo. And because it fits the story and such. All right, then. Also, you still have so much luck that I haven't forced you to use yet, so...
You bastard, stop talking about that.
But, hey, you haven't used a single one. You're good.
Shut up. Don't make me use it.
I would never.
Monster. I'm going to come over there and choke you again.
That scary? Scared?
No, but you should be.
Oh, no. Okay. Anyway, you all indeed descend the stairs. It is rather early. Graham checks on you. Margo, to make sure you're okay. I assume you reassure him like we good.
I'm also going to look at myself in the mirror and see if I still feel the same way.
The same way as in like extraordinarily sexy?
Yeah, as that weird dream, yeah.
No, you feel the same way you always do about yourself, Margo, which would be what exactly?
Bland.
All right.
I'm a woman.
Indeed you are.
I have 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and 2 ears.
And that's it. That's the entirety of Margo. There's nothing else.
Yep, and there's some hair there too.
I guess she has arms for now.
Which she dies. How dare she?
I stick out too much with that red head.
I mean, I don't know that. Jay doesn't know anything about this.
Choo.
This is Kaiba speaking to you through the ether. Despite the fact that he too dyes his hair.
Well, I haven't met him yet.
True. Anyway, we're going up to the phone and waiting for a call.
It's true.
While having breakfast, assuming.
Did you guys say when you wanted I.C.S. to call you? Early morning?
Yeah.
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 Like, presumably around the time that, nobody else is awake yet. So we can not disturb anyone else, I guess.
All right, perfect. So it's early enough to not be annoying, fortunately. Eleanor helps prepare you guys some food and whatnot. There really is nobody else here. It's basically just you guys. And it was Maya, but she's now gone. She's at I.C.S. getting looked at. So realistically, it is indeed just your group. After some time, you guys are about halfway through your meal. You hear the phone ring. Eleanor answers it and leans around the corner. And she says, I think there's a call for you all. It's what was it? International Carnation Services?
Close enough. Thanks.
Sure.
Carnations.
And she points at the phone, basically saying, yeah, they're on hold there.
I'll take it. Does she float around, or can I put it on speaker?
Don't put it on speaker. She's the phone is next to like where she's sitting and reading her paper.
All right, so I will allow everyone to crowd around and hopefully hear.
I say she's not nosy, but
she's definitely nosy.
Yeah,
and you can just write it down and then just discuss
nosy
it at the table.
Oh, do you want me to do that? I mean, I can do that.
Also works. Unless we have follow-up questions, I guess. But
I mean, you can also read while I'm writing.
Sure.
Alrighty, perfect. Your guys' handler calls you, and she thanks you very much for all the information you guys have sent to her. You've done a fantastic job. It took a bit of research, of course, but like I mentioned last time, y'all rolled really, really, really well in investigating mystery. I think like all y'all got like a 10 plus, which is ridiculous. So we all
11 or 12 and 11 or something?
Yeah, bonkers. So with all that, she'll basically throw it back your guys' way. So she greets you and just says, hey there, Margo, how's it going?
It's going good for now. Could be a little better. What you got for us?
Wonderful. With all the information that you sent our way, we it took a minute to find this, but really, with everything he added together, it wasn't really too hard to find this thing. Let's see. The primary bits here were... Oh, there we go. Oh, God, this thing. Okay. I can't really speak to its form. You guys would definitely be more, I guess, more professionals on that front. But
Yes.
this thing is known as... 1 second.
The Nowhere King.
Please no.
Gosh, no.
No.
All right, I'll throw you guys a link just for funsies. I believe it is pronounced Zerjaj? Zerjaj? I don't know.
Wait,
Slenderman.
hold a second. Where is it?
ZJERDJAJ.
Damn.
All right, she believes this.
What?
Indeed. So she kind of goes
So
over
it is
the...
kind of like Baba Yaga,
No,
Slavic.
not in terms of Slavic, but yes, in terms of what it is, not even close. So
Yeah,
she...
no, I meant just.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a pole.
Hold up.
I mean, long-limbed.
Yeah, you don't know that. All right, so she goes down the list and says, well, it looks like you guys found some creature. Now, I don't really know about its physical form. Like I said, y'all are going to be more professional in that sense. So, realistically, you're helping our files here because we didn't have any of this. We didn't know it could, shapeshift, change the way it looks. Pretty, well, I guess not cool for you guys, but interesting regardless. Apparently, Zerd means wooden pole, so yeah. This creature, this thing, is, from what we gathered, incredibly envious of individuals, of people, specifically us.
Yep, I got that last night.
Yeah. Apparently it collects and just wants things that it cannot have. And, well, for whatever reason, that thing happens to be faces. So lucky you guys, right? It also kind of adds together, because y'all said there's no dogs in the town, right?
Yeah, what do dogs have to do with this?
Apparently this thing is scared of dogs, for whatever reason.
Okay.
Wait,
So weird little.
what does that mean?
Why wouldn't there be any dogs here?
Yeah, why wouldn't there be any dogs?
Does it chase them away?
What? No, I mean, that plus this other little bit here is probably what's causing your little issue. Apparently the Zerjaj, I don't know how to pronounce it, I apologize. It can only enter, our world, the domain of humans, through what we can see here, a gate or an entry that is not set to the north. So northern entryways, doors, gates, things of that nature, it can't walk through. That would explain the weird layout of the town, right?
Yeah.
Except for the inn, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Apparently by making this town in this incredibly odd way, protects the people enough, but allows the creature to enter the town and, screw with all y'all. That explains the scratches on the windows.
Yeah, but if they actually wanted to protect themselves, there should be dogs.
Which leads me to believe they don't want to protect a certain building, yeah?
Wait, why would they not want to protect it though?
That's what you guys are there for.
Question.
This seems very,
we were
like-
suspicious that Segan's family was in cahoots, weren't we?
I mean, this would also imply that the entire town is kind of in cahoots.
Unknowingly, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, there's no way they can't all notice that they all have doors facing the same direction.
Yeah. I mean, what
You'd be
purpose
surprised
would
people
they
don't
have?
notice.
What purpose do they have, though, to let this entity in? Like, what do they get back for it?
That's a great question. Unfortunately, you all are going to need to figure that out.
Okay, buddy.
I'm here to give the information and sit safely and board my office.
You're a little smug. I don't think I like you.
Listen,
I hang up.
you can't hang up. You're not on the phone. Isn't Mark on the phone?
I know.
Yeah,
I walk out.
I yanked the phone away before you do that.
Damn it.
Is that it? No weaknesses besides afraid of dogs?
Well, no. Hold up. Jeez, calm down there, Margot. It is morning after all.
It wants my face. Hurry it up.
I mean, so it enters the world through a gate that is not set to the north, right? Well, how does it get to the forest then? Is the post we saw in the forest considered a gate?
Oh, no, the forest itself is probably just its domain to roam in. I doubt that has anything to really do with where it can and can't go. It's probably just its home, I would assume.
I mean, is that weird cave facing that direction?
Definitely not.
Probably not. I mean, it's a cave. I'm assuming this more so means the human world. So everything, whatever is part of Earth, nature doesn't really apply. I mean, I guess they could try to set up a door there, but it would either knock it down or, wouldn't take. Who knows how the magic of this thing works.
Right. I mean, even if we do end up, changing the doorway of the hotel, it still means that the area in the forest is not exactly safe.
Yeah, I assume it just lives there. That would definitely make sense. In terms of how you could more accurately deal with it, though, Margot, there's looking at all this. One thing I can guess, it seems through all the written history of this creature, I don't know, a lot of different, bits and whatnot. Some make it sound scarier than it really is. Some make it sound more horrifying. Your description was definitely something I wouldn't want to see. I do appreciate the sketch, by the way. Wonderful stuff, wonderful stuff. Normal folk are said to completely faint at the sight of this thing. It's supposed to be so monstrous or otherworldly, so that tracks. But apparently, that hurts its feelings. That sounds weird. But yeah, that might be somewhat accurate. It looks like, hold on. You can hear her like tinkering around with cups or something, and she's okay. All right, excellent. It's like a cup of coffee. We're good. It's on this page here. My bad. All right. Yep. It looks like this thing is just basically condemned to wander alone forever. I assume that'd be a pretty lonely existence. And if it wants what you have, clearly is unhappy with what it has, right?
I mean, obviously, but it isn't happy with anything it's been taking.
Yeah, seems like it's just bound to take and take forever. But why not remind it of what it doesn't have? Show it its true self, huh?
Sorry, that went over my head. What?
Its ego, then.
Yeah, strike its ego. Did you see what it looks like under all those faces?
I have been considering if it's possible to rip those faces off.
I mean, they're just on there, right? They're just hanging.
Yeah.
We've also been seeing a lot of, mirrors lately.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't appreciate seeing itself in a mirror, at least without the masks, of course.
Oh.
All right, so how are we going to get a mirror into the forest?
I don't know. Good luck with that one.
We don't need a big one.
Yeah, probably don't bring a full-size mirror there, buddy. As long as it can see itself, I think you're set. Or walk into a forest with a giant, full-body mirror. That'd look hilarious.
Oof. Sure, nothing can go wrong if you try that.
Oh, definitely not. It's a new hunting method. Just blind the creature and then shoot it.
Exactly. It's all the rage with the kids these days, right? Clothes with, glass all over it.
Oh, definitely. Just a walking disco ball.
Exactly.
I mean, we could also use a tab with a camera, couldn't we?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, realistically, whatever you got there to freak it out, scare it. I'm probably not. I wouldn't really recommend sending dogs at it. That seems more old school. I can't say why it's scared of dogs. These old creatures, old myths. Might not even be true, if I'm being entirely honest. This could just be them being overly cautious. Hard to say.
Well, I'm sure we'll find something out.
Yeah,
I just showed a picture of my beautiful baby.
There you go.
My dog, I mean.
We're aware of your dog, Margot. We didn't think you had a child.
Shut up.
So, anything else that y'all are need? I think it's basically everything.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, truthfully speaking, y'all found a lot of information on this, so good job. Normally we go in fairly blind to these, and, well, not everyone comes back, so seriously, good job.
I don't feel like that's a pat on the back that I really wanted.
Well, here's a second pat on the back, I guess. Good luck stopping it now, or have fun with that, I guess.
Ooh,
would you like to help
yourself?
I help from back here. I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, they all say that. I used to be a desk agent as well. You never know what changes.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Those staplers will get you. That and all that bureaucracy. Oh boy,
I am going to secretly wish that a stapler gets possessed on her desk.
She kind of laughs at that a little. At what Jay said, and says, "All right, for real though, is that essentially everything we need? Anything else?"
Nope. Talk to you later.
All right, excellent. Well,
if they had satellite imaging for to actually see the direction of the cave and stuff like that.
Oh, so they can't send that to you, but she basically lets you.
Yeah, if there's anything they can even see from there is what I ask basically.
Yeah, so they do have some satellite imagery. The physical cave, they definitely cannot see where it is. It's completely covered in trees, regardless of how good the satellite would be. But
despite the opening. It was a clearing, right, around the cave?
There's a clearing, but not above. There's a floor clearing.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so the trees continue over this cave. The clearing was only ground-wise. So looking at all that, she, reading through all this, basically determined the face of the cave doesn't matter, effectively, even if they could see it.
Oh, well.
And that's essentially it. She wishes y'all good luck, and goodbye from, what was it, International Carnation Services. Have a good one. We look forward to your next order.
I love your flowers so much.
They are truly the best.
Hang up.
Alrighty. Eleanor kind of looks at you all like, interesting conversation regarding flowers. She only really heard half of it, so...
I smile at her and go eat breakfast.
Yeah, she smiles back and slowly puts the paper back up over her face that she was definitely reading.
Sips coffee.
Ma'am, you should consider getting a dog.
I'm sorry, what?
A dog. You should consider getting several.
I should consider getting dog. Oh, why is that exactly?
I'll whip up my phone, show the picture of BFF. Look at it. Isn't it cute?
She sort of nods along with you and goes, oh yeah, it's real cute. Why should I get one?
They're good protectors. They chase away foxes, coyotes, wolves.
Oh, we don't got a problem with those here. You don't gotta worry.
But you might one day. You never know.
I've been living here
Invasive species and all that.
Well, invasive species usually planted or move in from a distance, but we've been doing pretty good from what I can tell. I appreciate the offer.
You really should get a dog. You're missing out.
I'll consider it.
Sorry about her.
They
She
can
got a
help.
dog. She has been crazy about them.
They can help you do all sorts of housework too, you know. This one fetches things for me. It's so smart.
She gives you a look of like housework. She's imagining like sweeping and dusting. What?
I mean, technically.
Yeah, probably could do that.
Let's just like roll around the floor.
Just get like a mop dog.
Yeah.
Just walking around, cleans up the entire place like a Roomba.
Patty them's also said to make you look younger and healthier.
I'll consider it. Definitely, it's definitely cute. I'll say that much.
Okay.
She giggles at how adamant you are about her getting a dog. You seem very passionate.
I tried.
You did not get the your crazy look though. She's possibly actually considering it.
I mean, I might actually just be gushing just a little. Damn it. Stupid Maverick.
A sneeze in the distance. All right. With this new information. Oh my god. 5 seconds later she laughs.
It took her a while.
I was gonna say things and then like wait for her to get the joke. Okay, she's good. So you got new information. Your bellies are full. What next?
I mean, time to fetch a mirror or a large screen with a turnaround camera option because a phone is not big enough.
Wait,
I mean,
pause.
Do you want to sneak an entire flat screen into the woods? It's going
I
to be an
think I
issue.
missed something.
No, we don't need anything big.
You say that. It needs to be big enough to get his attention at least.
Well, aren't there like reflective surfaces that can fold up now?
Yeah. Probably. Surely.
Wait.
How big?
Bigger than us at least, honestly. So we can hide behind it or something.
Oh, you want to shit up hide?
I mean,
Oh, and
basically
then, like-
use us as the alluring piece of bait, and then hide behind the mirror so it literally walks into it.
Who's the best looking here?
Probably you.
Well, Marco.
What? Are you not a ladies' man? You're
Marco.
sociable enough.
I don't.
Are you thinking about it from the
Stop.
monster's perspective at least?
Yeah, I want to know what is appealing to the monster.
Look,
Flash.
I had a
Is
dream
it just
last night.
any face?
I had a dream last night that I was incredibly gorgeous. All right, look at my face.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was the dream that you were incredibly? Was that the part that was the dream?
Yes,
No, that was the weird part about the dream.
yes, I looked at myself in a mirror and was insanely attracted to myself.
That's
That is-
pretty weird.
That
Are
is
you
not
sure
me.
that's not? Are you sure that's not you? Dreams,
That
you know,
is
they
not
kinda,
me. No,
Are you
Are
sure?
you sure you aren't finally reaching that stage in your life?
Definitely not. That is not me.
Could be worse,
Therefore,
I guess.
Someone who looks like me. Yes, I think anyone will do.
Are you,
it might
are you
also just
ugly?
be the,
Hey, I'm neutral on how I look.
Okay, but
talking.
okay.
Anyway, it did come for all of us, so you never know. I mean, we also all had the dreams after all.
We did all have those dreams. Oh wait, That mirror makes sense then, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was scratching the mirror in our shape. Wait, was it doing it in your case as well?
I don't think it was the mirror for me. I think it was just the glass. But you did have a mirror in your dream, right?
Definitely. And it did like the weird scratching outlines. Like,
Yeah.
actually, was it like literally just an outline, like a silhouette, or was it more of a it scratched everything except my reflection?
It happened very quickly, so it was just your silhouette at the time.
Okay.
Interesting. So is our plan to bring a mirror to the forest?
I mean, it doesn't have to be the forest. We can do it inside this hotel, technically.
That's actually a good
Because it
point.
can enter here, supposedly. But we're gonna have to, get rid of its faces.
I'd rather try get it at its home. I'd rather make it feel it's not safe in its own home ground.
Yeah.
And
Well,
don't give it an advantage then. Because it is its home ground.
Well, I mean, we could lure it outside the entrance if it makes you that nervous.
No,
I don't think it's going to come
I'm
into
just saying
the
we
town.
need to prepare more for it. And be aware
Yeah.
of that. And find out its directions.
Find out it's what?
He's
Nothing,
joking.
nothing. It's fine. It's funny D&D joke, yeah? It's fine. Jay is also a D&D nerd. You don't know this.
it's his secret.
I mean, he's from a poor orphanage. This is the only thing he literally could play. Fantasy stuff.
Oh, is this real lore? Is this real?
I was tempted to
Jay
make
lore?
it real, so why not? We were so poor. All we had to play with was our own fantasies. I made characters from plush balls.
I mean, truth be told, that can be very entertaining.
It definitely was.
Alrighty, more child sadness aside. As a reminder,
Just casual, like.
casual depression. But no,
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
it's
we're fine because
It's
we're
like-
past that.
It was like 30 years ago.
That's right. You're kind of old, aren't you?
Wow.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
You're like, what, in your 30s? God, you're ancient.
Stop.
I think it was closer to 40s actually, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You're not much younger than Malo.
Look.
My brother's 3 years younger than me, so I'm like, oh shit, he's 30. He'll be 30 very soon. Anyway. So, yes, I know, right?
Prize.
The endless march
Yeah,
of time.
I'm turning 34 this year.
Oh my god.
See, the only thing, you're like, oh man, I'm getting older. But then in the back of your mind, you're like, but I'm older than Hub, so I'm definitely a cougar.
I'm a cougar.
Stop. That's not even how a cougar works.
I don't care.
Knowing all that information, we have all this. As mentioned before, Stefan was looking through books and such. I.C.S. was going to get back to you guys in the morning, and so was Stefan. So,
Yes, I now want to find out if he's in on it.
I mean, if we mention a specific name, we could probably find something, right?
There's no guarantee that this little rural village will know what the creature's actually called.
Well, maybe we could go back to that guy.
Stefan or someone else?
No, I mean, yeah, I guess him. We're already talking about him. But, like, he was hiding something from us, right?
Potentially, but he was going to look at notes.
I think it was more so of like he was hiding something, like as in he might know something, but he doesn't really believe it himself.
Yeah.
And then we kind of shoved it in his face. So I think he should be fine now.
I mean,
Not
if we
mention the fact
brought
that-
the word to him. Would he understand it?
Well, either they accidentally built the hotel with the door facing the wrong way, or they did it on purpose, but that still doesn't explain how that thing got into the forest, I guess.
So to clarify that for you, Jay, if you're thinking that, in terms of how the hotel looks, so literally everywhere is facing, all entrances facing north. The hotel specifically,
Facing everywhere but north.
correct. So like there's a gate to the east, a gate to the west to get into like the little lobby area. The outside like lobby, and then the entryway is only to the south. So
it's basically a very odd design.
yes, and if you're looking at that, it looks super intentional. Like based by how every building looks, there's no way that was an accident.
And
They're
it was built
explicitly-
in the 70s or something, right?
Yeah, there are explicitly no doors.
Like, we don't know if this was something that he specifically oversaw because, well, he is old, but his father or something might still have been the elder back then. Who knows?
Yeah.
So we still need to make sure.
All right, well, either way, let's talk to him next. But before we start coming with the concrete plan.
All right, did you guys want to meet him? He did say he could swing by.
Yeah, I think we should
Which one? Wait for
Actually,
him or meet
is
him?
it too early?
meet him.
He said that after he, wakes up and does his normal morning stuff, he will swing by the inn for you guys. So,
Yeah, I think we should just meet him.
And he is old, so it's nice to go to him.
True.
all right, that's the plan then. After we swing by his house.
Yeah.
We come to his house and find him dead. Dun dun dun.
I'm actually slightly expecting that.
Yeah. It's definitely the maid, isn't it?
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's always the maid or the butler, so
always.
Alrighty, early, but not disrespectfully early, your group is able to swing by over to Stefan Wittenberg's home, and you knock, and the usual wait for someone to come answer it. It is the maid again. She waves, almost expecting you, and motions for you all to come on in.
All right.
to be expected.
You were led back to the same room as last time, the little kitchenette area, and Stefan is already sitting, and he's just finishing up closing some books, and you can tell that there's a door open in the hall. They were most likely putting some of the books back away into his library. He's just kind of finishing up here, and he waves to you all, just, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
How are things? Do we sleep well?
No,
For the most part. I slept fine.
Didn't sound like it.
A dream is not that bad.
Didn't sound like it.
Well, she seems good to me. You all seem ripping and ready to go.
Well, we did have some good news from our employer, so...
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Any good news that we need to share with me, or...?
I prefer you share first, and then we'll see if we can share later.
Fair enough. What precisely did you want to know? There's lots of history with my family, and I'm sure you understand I'm not really comfortable sharing all of it, but...
We want the history associated with the creature in the woods.
Understood. Regarding whatever this creature may be, I'd say somewhat disappointingly, my father and his father seem to have run into it multiple times, but I myself have honestly never seen it, except, as I mentioned before, when I was a child, it realistically could have been anything. It seems it was maybe something that they used at one time to draw people, sort of like a Bigfoot or something of that nature, to our town. But maybe with a few disappearances or accidents and troubles in the woods, they decided, maybe folk were looking into it in the wrong way. This creature's murdering and eating people, etc., and that was scaring folk off. So they decided to essentially stop talking about it. And they didn't really pass the myth down on to me. Like I mentioned, all I know of it is what I've read here, which is depressingly little.
Right. No, you said the hotel was built in the 70s, right?
Around then, yes.
Did you oversee the construction, or was it your father?
It would have been my father, yes.
Right. And your father, he was well acquainted with the stories, right?
I'd say my grandfather was more well acquainted. He was passed down to my father, and that's essentially when it faded.
I see.
Yes.
And your grandfather and your father, did they have, might be too personal, were they on good terms with each other?
I'd like to believe so. Of course, there's always family drama and things of that nature, but I saw them fight over businesses and things of that nature. One wants to run it one way, one sticks to tradition, changes bad, all that. And now that I'm a bit older, I can understand if things are working, there's not necessarily a reason to change them. But other than that, I didn't really see too much. If anything, they fought in private. Nothing written down, of course. No steaming diaries of hate.
Never heard any discussion about them, about how to build the hotel, about where to place the entrance.
Not that I can see. Not necessarily, no. Why? Something particular about the entrance to the hotel? Something wrong with the season's comfort?
You could say that.
It's an invitation.
Excuse me, what?
It's an invitation to the creature, the way it was built.
Have you ever heard of the word Sergei?
I do not believe I have. Is it a name?
It is a name, yes. There's a Slavic creature from Croatia, for one. And it likes, well, I wouldn't say likes. It appears to be envious of people. It likes watching them, basically, and, well, as far as I know, they aren't apparently supposed to be evil or anything, but they can't come in when the gate, the entrance to a building is on the north side, so they have to stay outside. And I'm sure you might have noticed every single building in this town is facing north, except for the motel.
Oh, that is definitely quite curious. I always wondered why it was built that way. Very difficult to not see from up on this hill, and
Yes.
having lived here as long as I have, quite interesting.
Yes, well, more than interesting, it is interesting that the entrances of the hotel are built everywhere except north, which seems more like an invitation rather than a ward or a mistake.
If the myths that you're hearing about this creature are indeed true, then I'd have to agree. That it definitely sounds quite strange. Are you saying whoever built it, they want for this creature to enter the building? Have you seen it?
Well, yes, actually. It has been around the building. There have been marks and other things.
Did it enter the building?
Not physically, at least, that we could tell.
It
has been trying, though, although that fits with the story of the ZJ. It doesn't want to enter as much as it wants to look.
Intriguing. Most intriguing. And what you all planning to do about this? It sounds to be somewhat of an issue.
We want the deaths to stop.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely agree there. Is there anything I can help with that?
Can you get us a big mirror?
A big mirror?
Yeah.
A very big mirror. Something on wheels. Okay.
Unfortunately, everything in my home is either bolted down or far too heavy. I'm sure I don't need to explain why. It was all handcrafted. But I do believe Season's Comfort might have a mirror, too, that's probably about your height. Not too large, but bigger than a hand mirror.
Perfect. We'll just borrow that.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to do my rounds today, so I'll swing by and speak with Eleanor. I'll give her permission for you all to borrow it. You don't plan to break it or anything, right? You're going to scare the beast away?
We very much hope it doesn't break, yeah.
That is the hope, yes, but you never know what could happen in a situation.
All right.
We aren't going to be bringing it into town, so,
Oh, please do not. I mentioned before, safety is our utmost concern. Are you going to use this mirror to scare it away? Like, to leave the woods?
Well, the idea is, we aren't 100% sure on this, but as we said, it is supposedly an envious spirit, and it very much likes humans, and it hates itself. So, we're basically going to be showing it itself.
Understood. When you do this, please be cautious to make sure it doesn't run towards the town. That would be quite, well, I'm sure I don't need to explain.
Don't worry, sir. We've done this a lot.
I also doubt it would be able to enter any of the homes itself, except for potentially the hotel. Sure. But just in case, you might want to, have some things changed about that hotel. Under the guise of, making it more fitting with the aesthetic.
It'll be somewhat difficult, but we'll do our best. It shows a bit. I'll need to write this down. Hard to forget. But I'll speak to Eleanor in the local lumberyard about it. You see what they
Have we asked him about dogs yet?
We have not. We were going to.
Yeah, we were.
Did your fathers and grandfathers' journals mention anything about dogs?
Not that I can say, no. Why?
Like in a weird way, as in they were banned from entering this place, or?
Not necessarily any more banned than a bird or any other farm animal would be. It's just not something that we have in the village. I don't believe there was a specific reason for it.
I'm still quite curious, because this thing apparently dislikes dogs for whatever reason, no idea why. It might have scared them off, or it might be the case that somewhere along the line it has some kind of connection to this village.
He's nodding along, definitely very interested, thinking it over.
You said you haven't been able to find anything about that, so... And I'm not here to accuse you of anything either, so... You seem to be forthcoming enough at this point.
Thank you. There is quite a bit to look over. I say I lost most of last night to this, but I'll be entirely honest, I'm not terribly busy this season.
Well, I'm going to be donating some dogs to this village when this is all over.
All right, we'll look forward to your donation then, Marco. We appreciate it.
Such a shame.
Truly, I've seen a few, and they are quite adorable. Little fuzzy creatures. They're nice. Was there anything else that I could help you with while you're here? You arrived a bit earlier than I was expecting, so I didn't have the tea ready. Oh, okay. Well, seems you all already ate. So, realistically, I'll like I said, I'll swing by Eleanor's a little later. I need to clean things up here first. But after I do, feel free to ask her. You do what you will in the meantime. And, as usual, please, be cautious, be careful.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Yep. Thanks for all the help.
Yeah, of course. My maid will see you out, and he motions to her. And you guys are very quickly seen out of the home. And I'd probably say in terms of like time, maybe 20 or so minutes from now, he's gonna do his rounds on the town, possibly starting with Eleanor. Who knows?
When we leave, I'll basically ask Margot and Carson, like, do we trust him enough?
I just don't understand how you can be that unaware. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely feels like there is a connection between the thing and the town, but...
Yeah.
No, I believe you can be that unaware, because myths like this get forgotten with time.
Yeah, but it seems a bit sudden, don't you think? Within the span of 3 generations, basically.
Yeah.
Usually there's something.
I mean, he might still know something, but it could also be that his father wanted nothing to do with it.
Maybe. I mean, his father oversaw the project. If he saw an issue with the building, he would have noticed, probably. It seems a bit spiteful to specifically build a hotel entirely in the opposite direction or facing of the rest of the buildings.
It does, yeah. So I'm not sure. I think the best thing we do is just get it out of here.
Like, I would offer to, take a look around in his mansion, but I can't read Croatian or Slavic or whatever language he's speaking, so it won't be of much use in that case.
Sad.
There's also the possibility that he isn't the one involved, but...
Also true, yes.
For now, let's focus on the thing.
Also, as a reminder, when he did mention his books, he said, I believe he said only his grandfather's were written purely in Croatian.
Oh, it's an option. I can break in.
All right. Other than that, you guys kind of wait around. Are we doing something in the meantime?
I mean, what is there really? Anyway. Are we going to find out about that freaking mirror?
We got to wait for him to drop by.
But we don't even know if we'll have it, or is he definitely going to have it?
I mean, assuming he's the elder, probably.
He's also asking the inn owner to let us borrow it.
Yeah. But otherwise, I can just drive home and get one, I guess, but to the local hardware store.
All right, we'll say while y'all are kind of discussing all this, how above board are we and whatnot. From a distance, y'all see Stefan, leave the house, and he kind of, waves to the maid, flips about, and you guys see him head straight over to Season's Comfort. So he's seemingly going to speak with Eleanor first. And he mentions he's basically going to be doing his rounds, which is effectively talking to everybody in the town, which he was going to do yesterday, but now he's doing it today.
So do you want me to use this opportunity to break into his house?
If we're going to do it, now's the best time. But then one of us...
you want to come with?
One of us probably should have stayed to keep the maid occupied.
How old is the maid?
I'd say the maid is probably in her 40s.
I can keep her occupied.
Damn, that confident. I'll help you out, Jay. Let's do this quick.
Okay. How long do you all wait for after Stefan leaving to swing by?
Preferably not very.
Stefan is... I mean, we do need someone back at the hotel to, I don't know, be there for Stefan, I guess.
Oh, no. So basically, he said he's going to talk to Eleanor and tell her to let you guys borrow one of the standing mirrors. So you don't need to be there. It's fine. Yeah. He's also very slow, so...
yeah, I was going to say, he is old. It's probably going to take him a while, so we can take our time.
He's going to oogway himself over to Season's Comfort. So you guys wait 10 or so, wait for him to actually physically get there. Fortunately, these two buildings stick out quite a bit. They're probably kind of both on a hill.
If anything, I would definitely wait him to get down to down the mountain where he is. He's on a hill or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I would wait him to get down the hill far enough, and then I would take a back door. Or I would have probably scouted around and see if it has any other entrances that are usable.
There's definitely a back door. There seems to be a mudroom. You're not really sure where this leads. It could be like just to a not like a greenhouse, but basically, oh my god, what the hell is it called? My brain isn't working. A garden. God, greenhouse first. Sure, why not? A little garden he probably has on the inside of his house, but there's plenty of windows. With how old this place is built, Jay, just giving it a quick look over, unless someone came by, like a security expert, and like bolted everything down, the security here is probably not up to snuff of what you're used to.
And I bet they don't have reason to buff up security because of where they are.
Probably also, yeah. Like, I would say that Jay's reasoning is probably, this is an old house and the downstairs area is probably used for maybe tours or talking or stuff like that, and more of like official appearance. So we should start upstairs.
Okay. Are you going to...
The more private rooms?
Yeah. Are you going to break in through an upstairs, like a window, or are you going to go in through the lower floor and go up?
I mean, it's probably better. Assuming there is a way to like climb up easily, because it is an old building. Like...
It is.
It might be a way to like, climb up a rain pipe or something if there is one.
Yeah, it's well built, and Jay is very much used to this, so definitely doable. I will have you go ahead and roll your sneaky, your incursion roll first, and then sneak, and then Margot and Carson, you guys are going to kind of swing by the front, and like, hey, well, what's your guys' excuse for coming back again after like 20 or so minutes?
Watch this be my first failure. In like 16 years.
No, I was going to guard Jay's back.
Oh, you're going to be behind Jay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to follow him in or just like watch him go in?
I was going to follow him in.
You can follow me in. I mean, okay. I did bring rope and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah. Margot, do you want to follow him in through the second floor, or do you want to like wait for him to unlock a lower floor for you?
Hey, my magic is no limits. I will climb through that window along with him.
Yeah, you definitely can. Alrighty, we'll have Jay roll first then.
All right, first to fail this season.
Don't jinx it. No!
It also took like 16 years to actually roll.
Fortunately, Margot is back there with you.
Yeah, can I help out?
Of course you can help out. How are you helping out, though?
Do I still get experience if I get helped out?
No, because it turns it from a failure to a success.
Assuming she doesn't also fail.
Please don't jinx me too. Okay, what is Jay trying to do?
I'm currently climbing up a building to open up a window on the second floor. But apparently it's very slippery and I just slipped because the stone is old.
Can I call out a better foot holding before he slips?
Yes. I'm waiting for that second screaming man. Hopefully not.
No! Oh.
Hey, there's also now a...
that felt like dodging a bullet.
So that brings you up to an 8 because your help out gives a +2, correct?
Yeah.
All right, cool. On a mixed success for burglary, what does that give you? You can pick one from the list, right?
On a 7 or 9, pick 2.
I'll pick 2, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to have something that goes weird, so...
Which 2?
So is this part for the entire deal of the burglary or just the getting in part?
There's a lot in this house. I will say that there's probably more than you're looking for because it's very large. So whatever you pick will be fulfilled, of course. If you want more after that, we can do additional rolls, of course.
I'll go with getting in undetected.
Okay.
Which is the one part we need.
These are definitely spicy options. You get in.
For now, let's go. Yeah, for now, let's just go with you don't leave a mess because I don't want anyone to know that we went in.
Okay, yeah.
And getting out and finding what we need, you know what, we'll figure something out, surely.
Yeah.
Surely.
So getting out undetected is going to be kind of its own thing. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if the intent of this move is on a 7 to 9 pick 2. I wonder if the intent of not choosing one of these means it automatically fails, or if it's just up to me. I'm assuming it's just up to me depending on like how things go. Yeah,
I think it's just like there might be complications depending on what you pick or something.
Yeah. And obviously the whole getting out part
it feels a bit too generalized.
Very much so. But most of these are for the reason that it's, everything is a story based and it's up to, what would I choose. So you get in undetected and you're not going to leave a mess, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Fortunately, Margot, you indeed call out a better footholding right before Jay misplaces himself. Maybe it rained the prior night. This would have been a very disastrous fall and most likely would have been incredibly loud. So good call there. You are indeed able to get in without issue, Jay. And Margot, you're just going to follow suit and kind of jimmy up behind him?
Yep.
All right, perfect. With the 12, I won't have you roll anything else again. I'll just say you are very easily able, indeed, to follow. as you kind of jump up there. Jay, your suspicions are proved correct. These windows, while they are locked, I'd say it's almost kind of charming in a way. You probably haven't seen locks like these in quite some time, but they're no issue to get in. It's kind of cute, if anything.
They're like the type where I swipe a metal rod under the window and it literally goes click.
Yep. Yeah, real easy. And just click, click. We're in. We're good. No issue. Margot, you're able to follow.
I miss this. Good old days.
You're able to follow. When people left their doors unlocked, it was good times. You're able to follow without any issue. And Carson, I assume you're going to engage with the maid before they roam around to distract her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you knock, what is your excuse for coming on back?
So before I do that, I have a question.
All right.
Did we ever, when we were visiting Stefan, did he give us any like baked goods?
This last time?
The time before that.
Before that, yeah. So this time, this time he apologized for not having any food ready because it was early.
And were they made by Eleanor?
They were made by someone in town.
Okay.
There's a local bakery.
Okay. Do I know that?
He would have pointed it out, yeah. You got the feeling that part of the reason why he's like, hey, take this food is wink, wink, go buy some.
I'm going to pretend I don't know what it is and ask and just engage her in conversation about that. Did she make the tea? Who made the tea? Was it Stefan?
The tea was definitely made here.
Okay. I'll just engage her in conversation.
Perfect.
It's going to be, yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah,
hey, how you doing? All right. With all that, I'm going to go ahead and say, roll me convince to basically just have her preoccupied for this time being. Excellent. All success. We got a 10. All right. She's basically just going to chill with you. Are you kind of going for like your vibe? Is it just, hey, I totally forgot like this, or it was really, really good and I'd like to know where to get more?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Perfect. She seems maybe happy to see you again. Stefan's out. She was probably in the middle of dusting or cleaning something, but she'll gladly take a break to chit chat with not a local, but a new face. Why not? She seems to like you. So while you two are
so pretty,
he's so hot. Ah!
Look.
Look at my face.
Look at me.
Look into my eyes.
I am the center of attention now. All right, Margot and Jay, you guys are able to kind of snoop around.
Which room did we enter?
The second floor looks very similar to the first. Very old, very rustic, very well put together. Wooden walls and, whole kit and caboodle. This place is indeed quite charming. You guys are most likely in what would probably be a guest room, as it looks completely immaculate. No one is staying here. Room's completely open. Bed and everything.
So we need to look for the study, right?
Yes.
As a reminder, you guys did see him multiple times when he was grabbing books and such. He was taking plenty from the bottom floor. You guys actually never saw him anywhere near the stairs.
I mean, he is old, but that doesn't matter because we're going to check out his top rooms first.
Perfect. As you guys are looking around, as we get in with it without issue.
What should be one of those like weird situations where, just like old houses, the bottom floor is the best. You guys find probably what you expect. You find another guest room. You find what's probably his room. It is locked, but more like in a casual way. So you don't need to roll for this. You can easily just pop it open. It's really easy to relock. It's just incredibly more it locked as a symbol rather than as a function. So you're able to kind of pop in there, give it the old look around. Doesn't really look like he spends too much time in this room either. It is definitely far too large for one individual. There are some other rooms. One looks like it was at one point a study. And you guys are kind of able to flip through these books as you guys are slowly sneaking through this top floor. But they seem to be fiction, nonfiction, biographies, things of that nature. Old, really old books. But none of these pertain to local knowledge. None of them are the diaries and such that he mentioned prior. This very much seems like a room that maybe you would have guests go to. Like, yes, this is my entertainment. Witness. There's also a record player.
All right, next room.
I guess I would, at the very least, quickly do a quick investigate, see if I can find any hidden areas in the rooms, but that's about it.
In terms of the upper floor, there's essentially nothing here of value that you guys are looking for. You definitely know that the room he was bugging around in below, that's where all the good stuff is.
Guess we're gonna have to go down anyway.
All right, as the stairs are relatively close to the door, Carson, are you doing anything to further distract her, to invite her in, or you in or her out? You have her full attention.
I mean, am I gonna have to roll?
You won't really have to unless you want to move her. I will say, obviously, moving her completely away from the door in any way will make their roll easier.
No, I'm moving her away from the door.
Yes, because you guys know door, one of the first things you see are the stairs. It's a good 20 feet away from the door, but you can't miss. It's right there.
So I'm trying to get her farther outside.
Basically, if you find a way to distract her or move her away in any direction, it'll be easier for them to come downstairs.
I'm gonna roll to get her to move.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, I'm really bad with directions. Do you think you could point out to me where I need to go?
She literally points down the hill.
And I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. What?
Go ahead and roll me
the himbo bit.
Is that convince also?
Another convince, yeah. Another 11. Excellent. All right, cool.
He's like, that guy is a dumbass. He can't see
she
it.
Thinks
he
it's
can't
charming.
see shit.
Yeah, no, it's you're probably doing it in more of a cute way as opposed to God, this guy's really stupid.
Oh, absolutely. No, I am. I know my charms.
I'll
if
bring
you
you
will.
on. Other way around.
Precisely. And she kind of pauses and laughs at a second, oh, haven't you been here for a few days? Okay, give me a moment. And she kicks off her little slippers and she puts her shoes on, kind of straightens her dress a little, and she takes a step outside and she closes a very heavy door. It's still open by just a crack. And then she's with her kind of hand on the door to make sure it doesn't close all the way. She sort of begins pointing in various directions, showing you where this is, where that is. And you can tell she's maybe leaning a little too close to Carson, maybe reaching over your shoulder to point and whatnot. So she's
Does
very
she
close.
have a little crush?
Maybe roll to see if she has a crush. I'm kidding. You don't have the passive detect crush.
You uses panic.
And as she gets closer, she stabs you in the ribs.
All right. And then begins feasting on your innards. Margo and Jay. Yummy.
Cutting off your face.
Hot guy. Delicious. Jay and Margo, you guys are able to go down the stairs undisturbed as she is nowhere near the door now.
Excellent. Quickly scurry by.
All right.
Perfect.
You were able to do so. These stairs probably creak once or twice on the way down, so definitely good that she is nowhere near them. She 100% would have heard that. So you guys can take a nice, calm pace. Down. I do a front flip down. I do a gainer. As you land and the dust settles, you guys are kind of able to
landing.
Precisely. You break through the floor in front of the basement. No. You guys see across where the kitchenette was, where you guys met with him. So you guys are right in the entryway, essentially. You whip around the corner, and you can see further back in. There are other guest rooms and whatnot, effectively like a living room where the fireplace is located. This is where he would meet people, so very much an open area, maybe for discussions and such. You guys didn't go back there, but you very much saw it. He has a door that leads under the stairs, but you're not sure where it goes. He definitely came from here, though.
So realistically, this is an old house with a bunch of old locks, which I've apparently experienced at this point. Is there any door that I can see that has a more advanced lock? One that doesn't technically fit in this era?
Yes, very much so. So as you're sort of looking about, you see, once again, door. None of them are locked. Not really much of an issue. But as you're probably peeking in various rooms and such to see, what lies beyond the threshold. And this door under the stairs seems to lead to what is probably storage, or what would be storage. But there's no light here. Not really much light enters the storage room either. Just beyond 5 feet back, it looks as if there's another door beyond this door that goes further in somewhere. And this door, very clearly, Jay, has a lock on it. Like an old, not an old padlock, but a fairly hefty padlock.
Oh, that's weird. Did you bring a light?
Of course I did.
All right, let's take a peek at this.
All right, I'll pull out my flashlight from one of my many pockets.
All right, as you're sort of looking around here, to rewind...
I hope I don't spend another 5 years on a staircase.
To rewind ever so slightly, just past the living room area where he would entertain guests, there seemed to be a library beyond that. That's most likely where he keeps more of his books. We didn't get a chance to look at that yet, but it does still exist. It is over there. This area here, though, completely locked. And you notice, almost in its archaic way, Jay, this can be kind of annoying to pick. Just it's built in a very frustrating way, if that makes any sense. You can pick this, definitely. I'll have you roll Act Under Pressure to get this bad boy open.
Does my artifact help at any with this lock?
Yes. Does the artifact give you anything, or does it just allow you to pick better locks?
I mean, technically magical locks, but we don't have magical locks, so...
Yes, so effectively this will let you open. It's not magical, definitely not magical. You're not sensing any weird juju from this thing. But with your extensive history with old and new locks, which is kind of how we can extend this, like Margot, for example, wouldn't know how to pick this. So because you have this ability, Jay, this knowledge, you can pick this lock. Margot might be able to pick it, but it'd be more like smashing it.
Yeah, sure.
Smashing it quietly, but you can pick it. So go ahead and roll me act under pressure, while Margot's watching over your shoulder with her light. Nice.
Do it.
You do it somehow. I don't think this one says somehow, right? It just says you do it. Yeah, you do what you said to do. City of Mist is like, I guess you did it. All right, so perfect.
I slap it on the side and it opens up. Huh, weird.
Exactly. Give it a nice little chop. This does indeed take a moment. But Margot, you notice that Jay, without really needing to say anything, is almost kind of motioning for you where he needs the light, and he's moving this lock all over the place. You think he'd get it open pretty quick, but it seems to give him some difficulty, but not so much that it makes any sound or that it takes longer than you guys are anticipating.
It's giving me enough difficulty that I take out my pocket watch. That's about it.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
And I basically, as I try to open it, I'm listening to the pocket watch. Like, it makes weird ticking sounds that definitely doesn't correspond with seconds.
And with this very unique way of opening things, the lock eventually clicks and is indeed open. And as the door swings wide, you can see that it doesn't enter into another room, but instead a basement.
Strange that the basement's locked up so well.
Quite. Let's take a peek inside, shall we?
Yep.
All right, as you guys all...
Ladies first.
I do have the flashlight. I'll go down first.
As you head on down, you instantly notice how much colder it is down here. Once again, there are no lights until you really hit the bottom. There's a little one you can pull above head, and it offers
like an unnatural drop in temperature, or more like we just entered a cellar drop in temperature.
Cellar, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's not a ghost here, basically.
Probably not. Yeah, the cold of the earth. And as you all head down here, the general vibe is definitely different, to say. He definitely has some books and such kept at what seems to be like a workbench. But other than that, there are notes here that are written, very clearly out in the open, as he didn't think anyone would really come down here. But it is the vibe of this room. It is not built the same. It almost looks like a Fallout bunker, like it was crafted from concrete or something along those lines. It doesn't have the same comfortable rustic feel as the rest of the home. And one of the first things you notice is there is a really, 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 really old machine that's like plugged in, and it has one little green light that's on. And occasionally, as you guys are heading down, you thought it was a dripping maybe sound, but instead it's a little beep, beep. Just occasionally, it's beeping very, very, very faintly,
like a hospital beep.
Sort of, but like a really, really old hospital monitor, and it sounds like the speakers are like they're old, they're blown to shit, and it's a little crackly as the sound comes through. It echoes in the small room.
Oh my god!
You can see there.
I'm not there.
You can see there is. Yeah, this room is really not meant for more than like two people. You guys are basically the cap at this room can hold. There really is not much. It is literally just small room that goes down. There's this like workbench. It is like concrete walls, concrete ceiling, concrete floor, very uncomfortable. There's a little light that you can pull. There's this machine, and next to the machine, I forgot what they're called. Do you know those really, really old printouts where the paper's just connected forever and they rip off?
Yeah.
I forgot what those are called. You know those are, right, babe?
Describe it again. You
know the really old printers where they're like, and they either like punch holes in the paper.
Oh, yeah. Dad had that.
Yeah. Your dad would definitely have that. Do you know what it's called?
No.
Okay.
What is it again? It's the printer itself?
Yeah, it's one of those really old printers that basically has the forever ring of paper, and it just prints on it forever. When you're done, when you have the thing printed,
it's got the holes on the side.
Yeah, it has holes on the side. When you're done with the paper, you rip it off.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god!
It's one of those. It's ancient, and it's sitting there, and there's currently a printout that's like 5 or 6 sheets long, and it is just kind of flopped over. It's actually fallen into the ground. You can see next to it there are piles of this sheet, and like I said, since they rip, they also fold nicely on top of each other. So there's like a pile of those papers. The next to it, there's another pile of those papers, and they'll have something printed on.
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, what's it say?
As you move on over to look at it, all over the paper. This printed over and over. It ends halfway through sometimes. Yeah, it is. Exactly.
Is it really that?
Yeah, forever. All the pages have the same thing over and over and over. FDUKQOBXAGTG. Over and over and over and over and over. And there are spaces sometimes. There are blanks occasionally, but you notice that it's very tightly put together. Very much like I typed it in chat there. It just never ending. Almost all these are printed the exact same way. Occasionally, there might be like a hiccup, but this is the one major pattern you see throughout all these papers.
I take a picture.
Okay. You also can hear ever so slightly the beeping is inconsistent. It's really hard to hear whatever it is. If I'd say of the two of you, are Margot or Jay good with technology in general? This is old tech.
No. Aside from things to break electrical locks, no.
Yeah, I think I probably would be.
Okay.
Like, especially if I've been doing this as long term as I have, I probably had to learn.
Yeah. I would go ahead and say for this then, there's a lot going on here. There's buttons and knobs, and it looks like probably Stefan was he probably knows how to make it work. You do see some notes off to the side. They're very clearly his handwriting. And a lot of it is just like, what does this mean? Why does it keep repeating the same thing over and over and over? I can't translate this into any like viable language. You see he has a whole bunch of like different translation books where he was trying to translate it or figure out like what it meant. And it was just like, is someone contacting me? Is something contacting me? Is this machine broken? You can see that there were notes from his father as well. Like, what is this? It doesn't make any sense. So it looks like he inherited whatever this nonsense is from his father. There's way more notes of his father trying to figure this out, but nothing, like, there's less from him. It's more like, I inherited this. God, why did dad keep all these papers? What the shit? So this is kind of just sitting here. Margot, if you could roll me act under pressure to get this thing to work. You want to be careful to not break it, of course.
Like, is it actually pure technology, or is it like a bit of electronic engineering as well?
It's definitely a little bit of both.
Yeah, because Jay does know about like old electronics, like stealing cars, obviously.
Yeah.
So he has some mechanical engineering knowledge, but as far as actually pure technology, he can't really tell anything of this.
I would say in terms of like mechanical knowledge, if you want, since she rolled a 9. Maybe you could help her and say, oh, I recognize like those knobs. Part of the machine's actually just opened, like exposed, while Margot's kind of tinkering with it.
If it does anything with like frequencies and stuff like that, he probably knows, but nothing more advanced than that.
Yeah, you do see some like radio frequencies and whatnot, and he's tried to like tune between various frequencies, more so his father than him, trying to find like where this is coming from, and it either garbles it worse or it finds this thing that just prints over and over and over and over and over. He thought he probably turned it off, but it unfortunately is still open. If you want to help with the help out action, Jay, you can. It'll bring her 9 to a 10. Obviously, failing won't affect her roll, but it'll do something bad on the side. So you can if you wish.
All right, let's help out. See if I explode. I shouldn't, because I'm good at this, but...
You kill Margot.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Hey, still a 9 for me as well.
Indeed. And with a 9, 7 to a 9 grants them a +1 to the roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. Fortunately, that brings her 9 to a 10, meaning she just does it. So I would say during this moment, I'm going to only impose a tiny little thing on you here, Jay. It might not even come into effect, but I am basically going to give you effectively no harm, but a one-time -1 to anything using your fingers. As you kind of zapped yourself and you feel this numbness that really isn't going away. You did help her, but it's just this kind of like, shit. And it's persisting for longer than you'd like. Fortunately, though, you did it. Good job. Margot won't make any sound, won't break it, won't leave behind any fact that she touched it. And with you guys working together, you can reverse engineer it back to the broken set it was before. And as you work through this, the beeping gets loud enough for you guys to hear properly. You can tune it so that it doesn't like blow out the speakers. These suckers are old. There's probably a reason he had it so low. It sounds crackly and like absolute garbage. Just quickly notice a pattern in the beeping.
Feed me, Seymour.
I won't do it out loud, but I'll just do the beginning. It's just beep, 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 beep. And that repeats like so. And I don't think I need to tell you what that is.
Yes, I'm assuming it's Morse code.
Indeed.
Jay does know that. He was a Boy Scout after all.
So I have a note here for you guys. I've added it to your general clues along with the music notes.
Are you there?
Oh, wow, you already did it?
Yeah, I Googled Morse code translator.
There you go. Then allow me to go ahead and...
Jay is still sounding it out.
So I've added the note, all the random bullshit that repeats forever, along with the Morse portion, and along with what it means, which is indeed, are you there?
Do we have a way to respond, even?
Yeah, I was going to say, is there an area to respond?
Considering he didn't really know what this was, he didn't really know what he was receiving. But you do notice that somewhere on this machine, there is indeed...
Do we know what we're receiving? Like, is it radio waves, or is it like something else? Like, I don't know, tremors?
You're not entirely sure this machine is picking up information. It could be tremors. It could be, because obviously Morse can be, translated via whatever. But it could be
connected to Twitch chat.
Yeah, no, right? It could be connected to a multitude of things. But you see, Margot, while you were messing with it, since we got our full success, that there is indeed a way to send back a message if you wish. It would, of course, have to be short. If you'd like to do this, I'll ask for another roll, but you very much can if you want.
Yes.
Okay, what are you going to send back?
New phone, who's this?
We're here, who's this?
You're sending back, we are here, who is this?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
Now, this is assuming Margot knows Morse code. How often is Morse...
for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, how often is Morse code brought up? I think I know technology. I don't know about Morse code.
Not enough for you to realistically learn it, but Jay did.
All right, works for me.
All right, perfect. So do
you
want...
probably know about it, but...
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure I recognize it on sound, but I don't think I'd be able to read it.
Yeah, Morse is relatively common. Which of you would like to try sending this code?
Jay just volunteered.
Okay. So then go in
with my crinkly fingers.
Excellent. With your crinkly pinklies. This will definitely this will eat the -1. So go ahead and roll me act under pressure to make sure we perfectly get this bad boy dialed in without breaking anything.
I want to give myself another -1 because I'm terrible with technology, but that's a bit too much.
Yeah. One thing I slightly struggle with.
I know how typewriter work.
Yeah, one thing I slightly struggle with Monster of the Week is I'm never, ever supposed to just say, oh, this is hard, take a -1. Never do that ever. It's okay to damage someone and say, oh, your ears are ringing, therefore anything auditory is a -1 until, your ears stop ringing. That's fine. That's definitely okay. But like, you're never ever supposed to say, oh, you're good at this, add a +1. You're bad at this, -1. It's just supposed to be roll it as is, or like pick a different type of roll.
In this case, it definitely makes sense because with the way you send Morse code with like the trigger thing, and I'm having like... electrified twitchy fingers,
Oh yeah.
Goes around.
Yeah, definitely.
So it fits.
And fortunately, Margot, while you were watching, if this does not go well, you can indeed assist.
And it would have been a 10 without the thing.
That would have been a 10 without the thing. All right, a 9, a mixed success is still a success.
You visually see my fingers trembling as I do this.
So do you want to try calming him or helping in any way, Margot? 9 is still good.
Sure, I'll help out. I don't know how to help out trembling hands.
Or what would you do to help calm Jay in the system with this?
Teach me some stretches or something.
Oh yeah, I could try. Shut your hands off first, like this.
Rolls a fail, breaks her fingers.
Margot's got those gamer stretches, so she's ready.
Another 9.
All right, perfect.
4 9s in a row at this point.
That's a lot of 9s, but fortunately, it brings your 9 to an 11 actually. So you have full success. You are going to send this message exactly as is. Margot, while you're attempting to help him, you unknowingly possibly bump something that you are unaware of that's off to the side that you're not going to see, but you interact with the scene ever so slightly. What that something is, only I will know. But we successfully, which is probably more important, send this message off.
The DM is very cruel to us.
Mm-hmm.
So you wait, and it just keeps spending the same thing over and over. A little slower, as it was initially, sending quite slowly. The beeps were literally just like beep, beep, beep. And sometimes it like the pauses between would be long enough. They're like, oh, is that the end? And then it would continue, which is why the printout, which for reference, the FD blah, 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 that is also technically Morse code. It's just a different way to present Morse code, interestingly.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, that actually translates to Morse code. Anyway, with all this, pretty sure, that you sent this message out. You're probably not going to be getting a response, though. But you did successfully send it out. And you're, like I said, able to reverse everything, cover everything up, and lower the volume, so that's exactly the way it was. but you guys have spent some time down here, and Carson can only ask for directions for so long.
Sadness.
If you want to look around the house, you very much can. Carson will have to further seduce the maid to, get her doing her thing, but there is a whole ass library if y'all look through.
Ooh, I would love to see Carson actually seduce her.
For real?
Yeah.
I feel like I am testing fate right now.
Besides, I feel like Carson would be very sad because he low-key still lost his ex-wife.
I do still love my ex.
Low-key?
Yeah, well, he thinks it's low-key.
You know what? You know what? I can make a woman feel wanted. Don't you think about that, buddy. It's fine. I got it.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't come back to punch you.
That was a joke. I would love to see it, but not right now.
Also, what's the signal for Margot and Jay that Carson can stop? Did you guys tell him?
There is no signal.
Yeah, when we peek around the house and wave.
This seems very poorly planned. Can't you just text me or something? No, you can't.
Yeah, we can't.
No, we can't.
Sorry.
Oh, God, I'm just chatting this lady up. It's fine.
I'll send you an animal messenger.
These smoke signals.
A squirrel comes around the corner with a letter on its back. Eee! All right, so Carson, you have not gotten the message yet, meaning probably delay this for a bit longer. You've effectively extended any questions of like where things are. She's effectively not, and she's not like, this is taking forever.
Can you draw me a map of where this bakery is?
Yeah, so she's kind of done pointing things out to you. But if you'd like to further distract her, how would you do so?
So after I'm done asking for direction.
And then while Carson's thinking about this, Margot and Jay, you guys do want to hit at the library, right?
Yep.
Okay. So both of you, I'm going to have both of you roll investigate, and that's going to get you a number of questions to ask me regarding the books that you decide to grab, because obviously you only have so much time. So go ahead and think about that now.
I guess in the meantime, I'm going to start talking to her about how long have you been here? Was your family from here? All that kind of stuff. So I'm going to start asking her about herself, Yeah,
definitely. She'll willingly answer, but let's see how willingly.
I convince someone again?
Oh, yeah. We are milking that charm stat. Alrighty. She's down to talk, but it's gotten kind of cold. She wouldn't mind going back inside if you don't mind, Carson. She'll gladly still talk with you, though.
Where do I think the library is?
The library is realistically far enough that as long as Margot and Shay are quiet, she will not hear them kind of scooping about. She mentions that she's getting a little cold and has a few things she needs to do. Basically tidying up the kitchen, effectively, which is far enough that...
I was about to say, take her to the kitchen.
Yeah, it's far enough that she won't see them, but if they make a loud noise, then she'll definitely hear them.
Yeah, you know what? I'll be like, oh yeah, of course, let's go inside. I know, I've taken a lot of time from you, and if there's anything you need to clean up the kitchen, I'm more than willing to help because I know that, kind of distracted you, and it would be really great for me to help you.
Yeah, she's very happy to hear that, actually, and she'll gladly accept help as you two head on in. And you're going to be cleaning, stacking some things, drying, et cetera, et cetera. So you're kind of working away as she's describing her past. She's been here for a while. Her family grew up here, and her family's family grew up here, et cetera, et cetera. And, she does mention I may look like a maid, but I'm very much a paid maid. I'm not his servant or anything. He gets a little snappy sometimes with old age, but we're all paid here for our services. I'm not a slave. He doesn't lock me in the basement or anything. Ha ha ha. And as she says that, Margot and Jay leave that locked basement. And you guys kind of whip around the corner to the library. So there's a lot of books here. You can tell that he probably has some snuck away, but this is definitely 100% where he was studying, as some books are still left out that he did not put away. There's one or two still left on the table in the kitchenette. Those probably aren't important. Realistically, as he did just entirely leave them out after spending a little bit of time here. So all the good shit should be back here in the library. So if the two of you would like to roll me investigate, I can answer your most burning questions. Wonderful. You wanted that failure? Yes!
Yeah, there we go.
What's the opposite of a 9? It's a 6. Okay.
I love experience.
Yes, both of you, please mark experience.
We both.
Oh no! I've been working so hard to prevent this.
You might have to seduce her after all.
Oh my god!
Dies.
Well, we failed investigating a mystery. We aren't caught yet. Hopefully.
All right. Yeah. So
I'm only. You said how old is she?
In about her 40s.
Well, I'm mid-30s, so it's not
Perfect.
like
Maybe she's a cougar.
maybe I could like women who are a little older. I
A
don't
little
know.
more experienced, you mean? You might learn a thing or two.
Sure.
Sure.
And again, with that old man, maybe not.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't.
What do you mean? She hasn't had companionship in a while.
And stop! I don't even know if she's seeing anybody.
She probably would have told you.
She probably would have told me. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and if it looks like something's gonna happen, I'll figure it out then.
I'll let you know, no worries. A reminder, a miss on Investigate a Mystery. You guys can still ask me a question. It cannot be a massively pointed question. It's a general question. I will answer it. It says I may answer it. I'm going to answer it. I hate hiding shit from you guys. Regardless, something bad's going to happen. So you guys both get a question. You can ask me anything you want, and you're going to get an answer to it. What do you want to know?
I would probably try to find a book that maybe Stefan even doesn't know that's here.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
I think what I want to know the most is if the grandfather or father made a deal with the creature.
That is a perfect question. So a question like that, Jay. So basically, do I find any notes in these books of any deal with the family and the creature? That is a perfect question, and I will answer that fully.
I guess the connection between the creature and the village.
So I would say that's very close to what Margot's asking.
Unless I can straight up ask, is there a way to stop it?
You can definitely ask things like that, yeah. Like I said, you can effectively ask anything. I'm going to answer whatever it is. So whatever specific question you have, if there is not an answer, I will say you don't find it, and then we move on to the next one. So is there a way to stop it, and was there a deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I guess slightly better is is there a way to make it go back to its place or whatever the hell it is?
Yes. All right. So digging through these books, there is a lot of information, and I mentioned some of it is indeed in Croatian. A lot of these are just books, though. You guys are quickly able to cut through the BS, though, quietly, of course, while Carson is doing his thing. And you hear them kind of working with dishes, meaning he'll be loud enough that you guys can get what you need to, but you need to do it fast because we clearly don't have time. She will most likely be coming back to this room as it is not cleaned. So as you guys are kind of cutting through and trying to find this, that, and the other, Margot, some of these older books, it is a jumble of languages. But you do find vaguely mentioned that, yes, this family or this town had some form of deal with this creature, a deal of protection. As long as it was offered what it wants, whenever it asks for it occasionally, whatever that may be, you don't exactly have a time down. So is it yearly? Is it monthly? Judging by how many faces, did some old ones rot off? It's hard to tell. But this is from his grandfather. And it didn't seem like the deal was made. It more so seems like the deal was solidified. So there might have actually been information prior to this, but it's not currently in this room. And you discover, Margot, that yes, his family 100% made a deal with this creature, effectively saying, if we provide you with what you want, you will protect our town. And you will not hurt the denizens of this town, as long as we give you what you want.
Ominous.
And then, Jay, your question was how to either get rid of it or reroute it?
Yeah. If there is a way to, send it back to whatever the hell it came from or something.
Okay. You discover, while looking at looking at the details of this creature, whatever deal the grandfather or even his grandfather made with this creature, they were given very, very minimal information regarding how to handle it effectively in that sense, except for effectively what you guys already know. It does not ever want to see its true self. And that is effectively something that they gave, or it gave to them in a way of how to control it. But only the grandfather, only the family knows this. And they specifically say, keep this within the family for the reasons. So we can control it and we can do what we need to with the town, but do not spread this information so it doesn't leak to keep us safe, is the justification that they use. Sorry, I got to sneeze. Give me a second.
Bless you.
Oh, I got sneeze baited. Sorry. Okay, and sorry.
Sneeze baited?
Yeah, I sneezed and it just kind of sucked itself back in. I hate that feeling.
Sucks.
Oh, it's the worst. I went to sneeze and just get. Okay, that's it. So the other thing is, the other way to reroute it is to literally do that. You allow it to prey somewhere else.
That's not how things work at I.C.S. I want it dead.
No. Yeah.
Because if we don't kill it, then I'll just end up having to solve this case somewhere else. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry, guys, you're just dead.
Guess we're gonna have to lock it up in a glass box or something, or a mirrored box.
Yeah.
Infinity mirrors.
Terrible.
Oh shit, that's not a bad idea.
We don't have the infrastructure for that, sadly.
Unfortunately. Unless we can set something up and lure it in.
Yeah, I mean, just ask I.C.S. to airdrop some mirrors in the middle of the forest.
Done. I will go and call right now.
Alrighty, so regarding all this, you guys obviously will need to be leaving very soon. I will say that the two of you, in regards to what Carson rolled, keeping and the maid busy and such, you guys can do one more quick sweep. One of you can to gain one more question if you want. Of course, it's very risky as we're following up a failure, and then whatever happens there will happen there. But then you'll need to escape.
No, I think I have what I want.
Okay. If you want to ask any other questions, Jay, you're more than welcome to. You'll have to roll again, and then Margot can prepare the exit.
The one thing I want to know is, like, do we know that we are basically out of time and need to get the hell out of here?
I would say part of this will reflect from the failure. You guys probably think you have more time than you actually do, and you might be able to look a little bit longer. And your character thinks, I'm safe for now, because Carson's doing such a good job.
Yeah. I mean, he's keeping his ear out, but apparently he's not going to hear it, so...
Yeah. So we'll say it sounds like they probably still have more work to do, but Carson knows that she's almost out of dishes. You guys, from what you can hear, sounds like she's still, like, knee deep, or I guess elbow deep in dishes.
Why doesn't it like dogs?
You want to roll to see why it doesn't like dogs?
Yeah.
Alrighty,
What does it have against dogs?
Roll me some investigate.
What the insignificance of dogs? That's another failure I need to experience.
It's how we farm experience here. 11, all right. Or the opposite. Damn it, I succeeded. All right, Margot.
No more. More failure.
While Jay is looking around, you need to find an exit strategy while you're kind of watching Jay's back. He's going to succeed and, not bumping anything or dropping anything or making any sounds. But you can tell Margot it is time to go. So whatever your exit strategy is, get prepared to roll that and get the hell out of here. Jay, you discover while flipping through here that, yes, actually, it does indeed say somewhere. You said you got that translation book, right? The easy one?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, you find the Croatian word for dog a couple times. And maybe not the best answer in the world, but it seems... What is dog? What is dog?
What is dog?
What is dog? Let's dig deep. In today's podcast, we're going to discuss what is dog. No.
When you read dog backwards, it reads God.
Okay, so
thus you reach enlightenment.
I know, right? What are dogs also known as?
Hunters.
Besides hunters.
Pack animals?
Man's best friend.
Bingo! Man's best friend. We love dogs unconditionally.
What?
No matter how ugly they are?
For the most part.
Yeah.
We hug them, we cuddle them.
You're lying.
Is he jealous of the dogs because he doesn't get any love?
That might be
does
it.
he want
bringing some dogs
does he
does he want
pets?
the human faces so that he can have dog pets?
That might be a stretch, but it seems that back in the day, way back in the day, that some people did indeed keep dogs. And the creature would watch from windows, and they could tell it was frustrated. It was angered by this. To see another creature, animal, whatever dog is, we still don't know what dog is. It probably frustrated this thing and caused it to act up more frequently, therefore requiring more sacrifices. It was angry at the dog. There possibly were various moments where dog was let loose in town, and dog did not come back home.
All right, we got our bait.
Dog?
No.
Airdrop BFF!
Oh,
Yes, the cutest puppy ever. My dog.
The cutest bait ever, right?
The cutest. No.
Did you not hear what we were saying about dog?
Yes.
She's just typing, like, yeah, sure, bring. Wait, what? Why?
Realistically speaking, do you think this hate is deep enough that a picture of a dog itself would also?
I don't care. I was going to show
a reaction.
I was going to show him my puppy.
That technology didn't exist, so you're not sure. Maybe.
I'm going to show him my puppy along with the mirror, so it doesn't really matter what he feels.
Let's make some real-time cutouts for your dog.
Ooh, life size?
Yeah.
All right, it is 100% Margot. Time to go. How are you escaping? What are we doing? We're going out the same way we went in. There's a back door.
Is there?
Literally right next to you guys.
That's the exit strategy.
Is it also a window or is there...
Yeah, there's windows, there's back door. There are many ways to get out.
The door is probably easier to go in and out, and won't be weird if it's unlocked either, just because, I forgot.
I mean, I can probably relock the window, maybe.
Probably from the inside, yeah. So, Margot, I'll let you decide since Jay was the one reading the book. Are we leaving through a window or a door?
The door.
All right, the door it is then. I'll have you act under pressure to open this door as quietly as possible, and then like, Jay, let's go, because that is indeed what needs to happen. She's almost ready to clean the library.
I'm just reading the book. Give me a sec. This is interesting. I'm getting to the good part. Jump through the window.
Whew, all right, a 10. Jump through the window as it plays that little like, jump guy. All right, with Jump Man. Margot, you're easily able to open the door. No creaks. She hasn't turned around just yet. You did see her about to turn around, and you were able to dive around the corner for just a second. And she's maybe stretching her neck. And she, after she does, she smiles at you, Carson, and, begins to take off her gloves, and she kind of puts them down and shakes her hands out, whatnot. She's like, oh, man, you did such a good job. And she's like looking and saying, everything's already dried. Oh, God, this saved me so much time. You are an absolute angel, Carson. She is so happy. And she's chit-chatting with you a bit, but she's starting to kind of walk towards the library. Once again, no cell phones, no signs. So, Margot, this is your one chance, your one window. As you kind of see Jay flipping through and like finishing up this book. You have the door cracked. You're ready to go. She's turning around. What do you do, Margot? How do you get Jay
what is nearby me? Is there something I can accidentally knock off, like a book?
Potentially, yeah.
I will drop a book on the floor to get Jay's attention.
Okay.
Wouldn't that bring...
I want a natural book fall sound.
Sure.
I mean, she's coming this way anyway, right?
Indeed.
Bump.
All right, slides out the table and kind of very daintily falls to the floor, makes enough sound that Jay, you definitely heard it. And Carson... Oh, shit! Jesus, Margot, what are you doing? We're trying to be quiet!
It's weirdly high pitch.
The book slams to the floor, sorry. The book falls to the floor, relatively quiet. Jay, you're able to hear it. The maid kind of looks up as if to say, oh, where'd that come from? Jay, you notice this, and what do you do?
Well, Margot just made a sound.
And she's looking at you.
And I know that the only way that the maid is going to come into here is through the door, so I'm not going through the door.
Okay.
I'm going to the window.
All right. I mean, I'm going to give you a let's go symbol and dash away.
Sure.
That works. You're able to flip around relatively quick, Jay. You can get the window open with perfect ease. It doesn't take any time at all.
I dive out, honestly.
Yeah. Margot, you do notice that the door was indeed locked, but it was just one of those really simple bolt locks. So you unlock it from the inside, of course. You can't do it from the outside, but whatever. You whip around the door, you close it very, very quietly. And 2 seconds later, Carson, you and the maid turn the corner to see, a book fell. Silly that. She does not see, but you do, Carson, a window slowly closing in the background.
I pick up the book.
She smiles and, thanks for that, and kind of puts her hand on the back of your hand like, oh, thank you. You've been so helpful, truly.
Oh.
And
I
think you have an admirer.
She kind of laughs like, oh, he tends to leave the books on the edge of the table sometimes. She kind of goes, oh, you. And she like, oh, he leaves his, she's trying to explain like, oh, you know the master, he leaves books on the edge. It gets so into his reading sometimes, but it's she looks up at the clock.
I just chuckle and I'm like, oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and she
some people like that.
Looks up at the clock.
Carson also definitely noticed the way she bent over when she picked up the book,
How dare you say that to me?
You
How dare you read me so well?
He would.
I will have you know.
There's
only one woman in my life.
Thick, though, but not thick enough.
That's not enough reason to not look.
It's not her. That's fair.
It reminds me of her.
Moving on.
Swiftly moving along. She notices the time and says, oh, you know what? You've been an absolute angel, but I do have to get going. There's some things upstairs. And he tends to get a little persnickety of me touching certain things and having guests. He won't be back anytime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he could swing by at any time. So,
I basically say like, oh, yeah, like, so sorry. I didn't realize that, I had taken up so much of your time. Again, thank you so much for, telling me all about, the town and letting me know where the bakery is.
Oh, she says, again, no problem. No problem at all. Swing by anywhere. Tell them I sent you, and they might give you a little bit of discount or throw in a free muffin or something.
Ooh, I do love muffins.
And she smiles very widely at that as she, opens the door and then, motions for you to kind of head on out and lets you know that you can swing by at any time. If you let me know ahead of time, I can cook something up special for you.
Sounds great. Thanks so much.
Anytime, Carson. She gives you a wave as you head on off, and your friends are waiting around the corner there for you.
Yep.
Oh, my neck.
I say, I guess where are we now? Just outside or?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Find anything good?
Jealous of dogs.
Now, would it be funny if I was still holding the book at this point?
That's up to you. You did fail. You can say that the failure was you bring the book with you.
Yeah, I guess that's a good failure.
I'm like, where'd you get that?
Library.
Jay!
What?
I thought
I didn't
we
have
weren't
time. I had to
taking
get out.
things. Oh, no.
And I mean, there's some useful information in here. Like, look. I mean,
Well, I
you guys
can't say it's
feed.
bad.
Well, I can just bring it back later. It's fine.
All right.
They won't notice.
You're on your own for that one.
Sure.
You did also mention, so I'll bring it up. You asked, were books dusty and such? No, they were. It looks like he read through pretty much all these, or to the best of his ability, of course, flipping through them, whatever had you. Some of these books were definitely dusty, but she's like very, very faintly. She does a good job keeping this place clean.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think he's hiding something anymore just because he literally doesn't know.
No.
He's just stupid.
No,
it was more of a forgotten family thing.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think Dad passed it down if Dad even knew anything to pass down.
Yeah.
Or if he wanted to pass it down or not.
Oh, by the way, we found a very big, weird machine that apparently allowed him to talk in his basement.
Talk to...
No idea. Maybe the monster.
Kind of wish I had a tab in there.
The monster, honestly. Wait, actually.
What?
A tap, you say?
Yeah, I really wanted to. I mean, we can't stay to listen to a response, but I wanted a response.
I'm gonna pull up my pocket watch and ask him if he can listen in on the radio, I guess.
After some thinking, if there is a response, it will definitely respond to you and it'll ask for payment then.
Oh, great. All right, sounds fair.
It'll do its best, though. You seem to have appeased it with the jawbone for whatever reason. So normally it would say, just asking this question, I'm gonna need something, but with this, nah, you're fine.
Okay.
So you get the feeling it's scanning, and if something is found, he'll let you know.
All right, we have our wiretap.
Oh, that's really useful.
Yes. Now, if only the cost wasn't so annoying.
Oh, sorry, bud.
It's fine.
I guess for this one, if we can help, just let us know.
Sure. I'll ask I.C.S. to help me steal something.
We'll see.
I mean, I joke about that, but they ask
I'm
me to do that plenty of times.
Yeah, I'm not above it. Sometimes it's necessary.
Oh, well. Anyway, we did learn some more interesting things, so...
I pull out my phone and shoot out a text to Maverick. I need some puppies.
Wait, I thought we didn't have service.
The text will go out when we're back in service.
Yes,
Okay.
are we going out of town for a second to, I don't know, stock up on mirrors or something?
Probably would be good.
Why do we need a bunch of mirrors? We can't actually do a room full of mirrors.
No, we might be able to, have self-defense mirrors.
So small mirrors, okay.
Yeah, so we can bring within our hand.
Sure. Actually, it's probably good to have backups in case he tries to break some.
Yeah.
I will say in terms of hand mirrors, you guys can get some here. If that's all you're going back for. You guys can definitely get some here.
I mean, we want it to be inconspicuous at least, so...
Of course. But if you want them here, either Eleanor could let you borrow like one or two.
I want to get a breastplate covered in mirrors.
Oh my god.
Do you have time for that?
As self-defense. No, probably not.
I mean, you could ask Lady Gaga. I'm sure she has one.
Oh my god, she probably does.
Just ask I.C.S. to call in a favor with Gaga.
We didn't know she's some form of SCP.
She is affiliated. I mean, are you sure? She might be.
Please no, I don't like the Gaga.
The GOG. All right, bad afternoon. What is our next course of action?
Well, I guess we got to make sure we can get that big mirror.
You do know it will be procured. You don't need to do anything. You'll just need to swing by Eleanor and say, yay, hey, and yes.
All right, do we need to go shopping for other mirrors, or can we just borrow a bunch?
I mean, it depends how we want to do this.
Define a bunch. If it's one or two hand mirrors, she can probably let you borrow them. If it's like 50 hand mirrors.
I feel like she wants it back, right, the mirror?
Oh, yeah, she doesn't want you to damage it.
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea as well, if we buy one and, I don't know, put it up near the small cave where you found the guy.
What, so that the creature can always see itself when it comes back home?
Whenever it comes back home, it sees itself. So
that is a good idea. I think we need to go shopping for that. So I guess today's a shopping day.
Shopping at the local witch shop if they have a spell that makes monsters always be able to see themselves.
Okay.
That would be convenient.
Shopping day as in we're heading out of town or we're buying some stuff here?
I mean, town should have a local retail place, right?
They do, yeah.
We'll just clean them out of mirrors. And we'll need some, nails or something to tie the mirror up.
Where are you planning on putting the smaller? So where are you planning on putting which mirror?
So a slightly bigger one that is like more permanent for in front of the cave, and then the one we're taking from Eleanor is basically our trap. And then a few smaller ones we can carry in our hand or something, or put around places.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that very much works. You're able to definitely pick up a couple, and mirrors. They're not really going to question or anything. They're just mirrors. They're happy y'all are buying shit, so not too much of an issue there. If you want to borrow any from her, you're more than welcome to. You guys can easily get one each, so that's definitely not an issue.
I want 2 each for safety purposes.
All right, this is a physical impossibility. How dare you ask? Of course.
Excuse me. You can never be underprepared. Sorry, overprepared.
Of course. Says Margot. She walks in with 13 hand mirrors.
Shush you. 13 is a very good number.
Exactly. You're not prepared. I'm on your side here. All right. Graham would have definitely stayed back, probably at Season's Comfort, kind of just chilling out as you guys are doing your thing. As you guys get back and share this information, he's probably able to assist you guys with whatever little things you would need, procuring mirrors, things of that nature. Were you all to swing by? Savon's running around Galva Hills, just kind of doing his thing, saying hi to everybody, so he's not heading back home anytime soon. Graham lets you all know Eleanor has the mirror ready. You can take the one from Jay's room if you want. And then you want some hand mirrors, he'll sneak the one from his room, and then you guys can buy some more if you want.
We still need to figure out why Graham's picture is the only one that did not get wiped. A mystery for another time.
You mean the picture of him and Finn?
Yeah. Like all other pictures and images of Finn have apparently disappeared, so...
I'm inclined to say it's because it belonged to Graham. There's definitely something a little supernatural about him.
Yeah.
It's just, not very strong.
Probably. Maybe he's secretly a descendant of someone who lived in this village. Ooh. No, I would have said something like that.
Oh, you guys would definitely know, yeah. Unless he completely changed his name and everything, but something would have been in there. You guys have looked quite a bit. So, it's definitely afternoon. Y'all are doing your thing. When do we plan this operation? When are we striking, I guess?
By the way, I want to buy some gloves since I'm going to be ripping this thing's face off. I don't want to touch it barehanded.
Fair enough. I'd say you're a professional. You definitely have either gloves on you or Jay's going to have them in the truck.
I'm buying extra gloves.
Gloves for your gloves?
Yeah, well, I won't be keeping these gloves after the fact.
I feel like Jay would have gloves, but they wouldn't be tough gloves. They would just be something flimsy to have a good feel and hide.
Yeah, no, I want tough gloves.
Good.
Hide
Fair enough.
fingerprints.
All right, well, at the Hunter's Lodge, they definitely have some for you, so that's not too much of an issue. Are we planning on going out tonight, or are we waiting till the next day?
Next day. I don't want to fight this thing at night. That and mirrors won't work at night.
Very true.
Then I would heal you for one, Margot.
His area was actually very dark, so mirrors in general would be a bit harder to use, but might have to bring some light.
The light is definitely very dull in that general area, so you guys can bring light with you, but there should be enough that the mirror should function as normal for the most part. Extra light would not hurt, though, so very smart. Fortunately, phones are equipped with the most absurd flash nowadays, so I keep blinding myself. Definitely not. Anyway, so we're just going to kind of pal around town, prepare things. Is there anything you guys need to prepare in, Season's Comfort around? Or are we preparing everything for, there? Are we prepping anything ahead of time?
I kind of wish I could just drive my van into the clearing, honestly.
Give it a rocket and some wings.
Yeah, exactly. His van is polished enough that the monster can see his reflection in it as well, so perfect.
The plan is to basically head back to that clearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Again, what can go wrong, right?
Perfect. And we are keeping Graham away again?
Absolutely. We can't put him in danger.
Okay. Well, you guys...
This bud has been so chill.
Y'all described kind of what it looked like, and he cut you off, so I'm fine with not seeing it. That's okay. He wanted to find it and help, but he doesn't want to help you murder it if that's what you're doing.
I like this guy quite a lot.
If anything, it would have definitely given him a hand mirror to if anything is weird, point this mirror at it.
Gladly. 100%. Will not question you guys. You have done a fantastic job helping and whatnot. He is vibrating with excitement because he's assuming you guys are going to solve this thing soon. So, we're sleeping in shifts again tonight, I would assume, yes?
Of course.
At this point, yes. It has become standard.
Wunderbar. Alrighty. And as all this is situated, we head off into Jay's room again, I would assume, the safe room.
Yep.
As one does. Alrighty. And regardless of the order, Margot, pretty sure you know what I'm going to ask you. Go ahead and
No.
go. It's sleepy time, isn't it?
Oh, KK.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me plus weird. Thank you very much.
Hey, at least now you know to look into the mirror and like look around the mirror instead. Try to find it.
Alrighty. A 9. A mixed success.
Can I help her by whispering her in her ear?
That's weird. Margot is alone in this one, unfortunately.
No.
Alrighty, so, Margot, the beginning of your dream. Let us see. You prepare your leg in the same way as last time, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so wonderfully protected. And you doze off. We're all watching each other's backs. This time, though, you don't really recall going to sleep. In fact, oh, yeah, right. You just finished taking a shower, right? Just a moment ago. You're drying off and whatnot.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, we're going to bed soon, obviously. So, you see yourself in the mirror. Lights are on, everything's fine. The fog is mostly obscuring you, but you can kind of see your outline as you're, drying and kind of getting ready. They don't have a fan for this room, so, rip to the paint and anything metal in this room. It's definitely going to, have a time. So they might want to fix that, but oh well. Pays to think ahead. Also pays to not really have so many guests that it's a problem. So as you're kind of chilling and doing your thing here, you can hear your allies discussing your strategy for tomorrow in the other room. You can't hear precisely what they're saying, but they're probably just wrapping up, who's next in the shower, et cetera, and then, how do we lead? Like, how do we have the mirrors out ahead of time, et cetera. It's a lot to take in, of course. And sort of while you're relaxing in here and wrapping yourself in the towel and whatnot, you wipe the mirror off and you see yourself, Margot. We know that you do not think too highly of your physical stature. Would you say Margot is someone who isn't like necessarily covered in scars, but she has her, she's run head to head with plenty of things?
I think I have my fair share of them.
Yeah, so you definitely would have your fair share of scars. They don't bother you, though. If anything,
they're proof that I'm a survivor.
Right, they're battle kisses.
Battle kiss.
I thought you'd appreciate that. They definitely don't bother you. They don't detract in any way, shape, or form. You're beautiful just the way you are. And that cut in the back of your leg, you check it, and you've been doing a really good job. It doesn't really seem to have grown. It's about the same size. And, oh, God, they really should have installed that fan because the lights are kind of flickering now. Maybe some, moisture got in. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
What fan are we talking about?
The fan that you have in every bathroom to pull the moisture out?
And it's making the lights flicker?
The thing we don't have in our bathroom? Yes, because everything gets wet. Doors closed, so all the steam and everything. Maybe it got stuck in. Maybe the bulb wasn't screwed in all the way.
I mean, I'm not going to think much of that because this place is kind of rinky-dinky, right?
A little. They do their best to keep up on it.
All right, I will finish my bathroom ritual.
Ritual. I almost said procedure. Yeah, ritual.
Yeah, my procedure was also in my head, but that was wrong.
Nice. We're both dumb in the same way. Hell yeah.
And we are all dumb together.
Together.
And I'll, finish it and just open the door to head out.
All right. You open the door to head out. And, as you intended, you're in the bathroom. The mirror is wonderfully clean, totally scrubbed free of any fog. And yeah, you know what? Despite everything you've been through and despite the fact that you don't really think too highly of yourself, Margot, you are definitely very good looking. You're definitely a good looking person. That flickering light, that's not a big deal. Maybe the light hitting you at different angles is making you appreciate your natural beauty even more. You know what I mean? It's you kind of angle your face to the left and to the right. And I don't know, the flickering kind of gives you it's like a dangerous, sexy look. You're not really 100% sure.
Damn. Whoever falls for me is gonna be real lucky.
Oh yeah. Do you like look closer? What do you do kind of during this moment?
Sure, I'll look a little closer.
Go ahead and roll me plus weird again. A mixed success.
Lots of nice today.
Lots of nines today. Not bad. So yeah, with that, you look a little closer into the mirror, and You do really look good. And oh, that's odd. They're probably flickering because there should be 4 light bulbs and there's only 3. Silly them. But oh well. What are you gonna do?
No, hold up. Those light bulbs are making it hard to see my face clearly.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I'm gonna go underneath the sink to see if there's light bulbs underneath.
Sure, you do. And perfectly, there is a light bulb, just only a light bulb under the sink, sitting right there, standing up perfectly on that little tiny flat edge in the bottom of the light bulb for you.
Wow, what are the chances? I'll go and grab it.
Right.
All right, you scoop that bad boy up and you go to screw it in?
Yeah.
As you go to screw it in, it's relatively high up. You probably need a ladder or something, but for whatever reason, Margot, you feel as if you can reach this with relative ease. And as you're reaching up, you just kind of continue upward, and you begin to kind of turn and twist and turn this knob in, and ever so slightly, you feel just a light brush of pressure on your ribs, and very, very faintly, you can feel just like a line of pressure kind of running down the back of your leg.
I'll glance down.
As you glance down, you see, is that like multiple smudges on your skin? It's difficult to tell. You didn't grow taller. Your feet actually aren't even touching the floor. It's almost as if you're being lifted to reach this bulb, and you can feel it almost like you're a doll being held up, and like their fingers around your ribs holding you. In a way, but they're almost like melding into your flesh. It looks more like a stain or just a dark strip on your skin more than fingers, but that couldn't be it. That's too odd. You're already back in the floor. You're fine. Bulbs in, not flickering at all. Lights seem to be okay. But you do feel your feel and hear. Your friends are calling to you outside.
Well, I had a mixed success, so I think now I want to wake up. The feeling of floating is never a good sign.
Okay. Floating is indeed definitely odd. But as you're sort of waking yourself, you feel some form of control for just a moment, Margot. Almost as if you're on the cusp of a dream and reality. The fingers that were kind of fusing into you, becoming one with you, that pressure hasn't left. The pressure against the back of your leg, it feels more like a stinging now, and the calling, you can hear it echoing throughout the room, throughout the halls, throughout the town, throughout the woods, and it just calls your name over and over, just Margot, Margot, Margot.
Definitely a bad sign.
As you hear this calling, you do feel a strong urge to answer it. Do you, or do you shake yourself from this realm?
I want to shake myself.
Okay, and you do wake, Margot. You are not in the bathroom. You are not in the room. You're actually standing in the hallway, and you were about to take a step down the stairs in Season's Comfort to go downstairs.
No one noticed?
It's your time to stand guard, I guess.
I will stomp back to my room.
Oh, you say stomp back. Are you doing this loudly, or are you?
I'm doing it loudly.
Okay, it was indeed. You look at the time, and yeah, this was your time to be watching. You must have dozed off, and you indeed re-enter the room loud enough that you probably wake everybody. And they're worried for a moment because they all look to where you should be sitting, not sleeping. And just Graham's like, oh, yeah, whose turn is it next? Didn't I just take
it's mine. Someone's staying awake with me the rest of the night.
All right.
Whose turn is it next? What time is it?
Wait, how did you get out? I thought you tied yourself to the bed or something.
And apparently it wasn't good enough. Damn, that thing wants me.
I'll produce handcuffs from a random location. All right, tie yourself to the bed this time.
How did Maya not get sucked away?
Oh, I mean, Graham was watching her for, quite a while.
That's true. All right.
He clips the handcuffs around your leg to the bedpost.
But for real, whose turn is it next? I'm staying up the rest of the night.
No, I mean, I was doing last watch, so might as well.
By this point, Jay, you've gotten a decent amount of sleep, so makes sense. Not too big of a deal. It was basically your turn to tag off anyway, Margot. So the two of you kind of stay up and not too relaxed. And I will say, Margot, before we move on with the 2 mixed successes, that's going to add 2 bips of stress. Where would you like to put them? 2 separate bips.
Can I do 1 to each?
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like normal stress because I nearly fell for that, and agitated stress because I nearly fell for that.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing. That perfectly makes sense. Alrighty.
Not only are you worried, you also hate yourself for it.
Exactly.
With the two of you staying up, do y'all talk about anything in particular? It's going to be a couple hours, like, 2+ hours.
First, don't let me fall asleep.
I don't know. I guess I would try to decipher the dream, see if there's anything more in it. So what happened in there?
I mean, I'll describe the dream.
While you're describing it, Margot, what do you think it meant?
About the dream?
Yeah, like as you're describing it to Jay, are you pulling anything from it? Or are you still kind of recovering from it?
I mean, I'm definitely pulling, but I don't know what I think about it.
Fair enough. As she finishes recalling, Jay, what do you think?
Well, it definitely sounds like it's trying to do more than just take our face. It seems to want to become part of us, or us become part of him. I don't know.
The latter, because that cave smelled like guts and stuff.
Tasty.
No.
As Jay says that, your ribs start to kind of itch, Margot, where it touched you.
I'll lift my shirt and take a peek.
You don't see anything, but you swear there's like something under your skin scurrying. It it itches, but you don't see anything there.
All right, I'll put my shirt back down. Yeah, we need to take care of this thing sooner rather than later.
I should get some grenades to throw down the cave as well. Just in case. Collapse it, maybe.
Ooh, I like that idea. I don't think we can buy those at a convenience store, though.
I wonder if we would be able to scare it into the cave and then collapse it.
But hunting grenades? Come on.
Hunting grenades, yeah. Everyone uses explosive fishing, right?
Yeah, TNT.
Okay, good to know.
Good old.
And this is where you find out that Jay definitely has some dynamite in his back of his truck.
All right.
In case I need to crack a safe.
I mean, good to know. Good to know.
No. It's an option.
Like I said, can't be over prepared.
We can delay this plan if need be. We still have a day after.
Nope. I'd rather not delay.
Yeah, I can drive us back to town real quick.
That'll work. I'm staying up the rest of the night, so we can leave real early.
Sure, you want to do it now?
I was just gonna suggest that, but then we're gonna leave them sleeping, so that won't work.
Yeah, we can assume that they probably don't want to get attacked, but
I mean, I guess we could have one of them cover the last shift, and we can just go a little early. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys can definitely go that route.
So where are we going to get some last-minute dynamite?
Are you guys actually intending to buy explosives, or
how else are we going to collapse a cave?
Can we buy the ingredients?
You can, but the success of that's going to be based on a roll, of course, because I don't think any of you have the weapon, any explosive weapons, right?
No. You can ask Maverick, actually.
Do you have the ability to gain explosive weapons, Margot?
No, I think that's more of a Maverick thing.
Yeah, it feels more Maverick-y. Okay.
I definitely can't get my hands on it because I have a record, so...
Right. And obviously, I.C.S. can only give you so much. For the most part, whatever you have in your sheet is what they can offer you. You definitely can ask them. I don't know if you've done your role yet necessarily, Margot, of hey, help. I think you did at the beginning. I don't really remember.
I did, but I feel like it's probably time for another one.
Yeah, realistically, like I said, that move seems weird, but that's what it can be used for. It was essentially what?
I still don't like it.
I mean, that's fine. Info or help in the field.
Are you in good standing with your sect?
So I would say, were you to ask the sect, I.C.S. or whatever, you would not get enough explosives to collapse the cave, but you would get enough explosives to hurt it. To collapse it would require quite a bit. The mouth of the cave was quite large. If you scared it into the back of the cave and then tried collapsing that, that's more possible, but still requires probably, not necessarily, more explosives than you get your hands on.
Honestly, if we weaken the cave, we can just let nature do the rest. It might take a while, but that's still...
we can also always come back, assuming it doesn't escape or something. And have I.C.S. deal with it forever.
To make it I.C.S.'s problem.
Yes. Technically that's what Margot was sent here for. But they're being cheapskates and not giving us explosives. Come on. Trust us with explosives, then.
Come on.
Does I.C.S. not have a orbital laser or something?
Shit, what do they call when they fire those big old not beams? What the hell are they called?
The tungsten rods. You mean?
Yeah, the rods.
Rail guns.
Yeah, railgun
from guns.
Yeah, railgun. There you go. Just fire one of those suckers.
Pile drivers.
Yeah. I'll take care of your problem and probably the city if they mess, but who knows?
Yeah, just exterminate the entire planet.
Yeah. Then there's no monsters. You win!
Exactly.
Woohoo!
Well, technically
Everybody
we would be
died.
monsters, but we would also die. So,
Yes.
it's a win-win.
Yeah. So I would say probably Jay and Margot know various chemical compositions and things you guys can purchase that are explosive, damaging enough, but not enough to collapse the cave. So you guys want to leave early to nab that? You're more than welcome to, or...
Is the creature actually made of wood?
You're not sure. It's made of something.
It's made of spite.
Yeah, the stuff that Jay was able to pull back was very bone-like in structure, but was not bone, necessarily. It's definitely not wood.
Could we buy a flammable liquid and just set it on fire?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we know acid can probably burn through the bone, so...
Basically, if you, Melanie, can go to Lowe's and do that thing, then yeah, Margot definitely can.
All right, so can we just go purchase this stuff, or should I roll Percect to potentially help?
I say that's up to you. If you, like I said, if you want explosives, they will be enough to hurt it, but not to collapse a cave.
I think I'd rather set it on fire.
If you want to set it on fire, I won't even have you guys roll. That's just going to be a time thing. That's it.
Yeah, we could just buy a shitload of gasoline for that.
Yep. It basically, even if you guys...
let's do that. It's easier. And we can expense report it.
True.
Yeah, like I said, if it's something a normal person can get their hands on...
hopefully we don't burn down the forest.
Yep, yeah, you got to be careful there.
Small detail.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Just a silly little forest fire issue.
Can't you ask your brother to bring us a flamethrower or something?
Not effective enough. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if a little of the forest burnt, just because, we need to get rid of that path.
Teach that forest a lesson.
Probably.
You went in for way too long. You've been having it way too good. How dare you? Have some fire.
Exactly. You need to start fresh, like a phoenix.
Horrible. You're gonna awaken some other forest deity that just kills you.
That would be her luck. That's accurate.
We can just set them up against each other. It's fine. Giant, envious elk creature that wants to steal our faces versus, I don't know, the tree ant god.
Kaiju fight. Let them fight. Alrighty, so if you all indeed leave early, you guys will get back at a decent time. Obviously, reminder, Galway Hills is pretty far away. You guys won't have to do this operation at night, but it's going to be near sundown by the time we drive out, do our thing, buy everything, get back, and then get everything operational.
That's fine. If the battle lasts too long, we're dead.
Right. So it won't be at sundown when you guys get home. It'll just be nearing sundown. By the time you guys walk to Lovat Gaj, it will be near sundown. So you guys can say.
Wait. Are you trying to tell us that we might have to do this tomorrow?
No. Okay. So really, really quick. You guys leave now, arrive at the location, come back, get everything prepared, walk into Lovat Gaj all the way. By the time you walk to Lovat Gaj, it should be inside, fully at the cave. It'll be near sundown.
Okay, I accept.
Right. So this will not be night, to be super clear. You're safe, don't worry. And like I said, you healed one, Margot, so you're only at one harm. Not bad. It won't have to breathe on you and kill you, so good job.
Thank God.
You're welcome, unless you mean the other one. Then he says you're welcome too.
Deal.
Okay.
So.
I mean, I know they exist.
Indeed. You two would be definitely going out while Carson and Graham stayed behind. And you guys are picking up, to be super clear, just flammable shit, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. We're aware that you can jury rig a flamethrower to various degrees. I don't know if you actually want to do that or if you're just going real simple.
I want real simple. I don't want it to backfire in our faces at the last second.
Fair enough.
Lots of cocktails it is.
We have
yeah.
Honestly, simple is best. On every roll for that, just have you roll to throw it. So that's probably our best option there. All right. And Carson, you know this because Margot and Jay tell you that they're going to be leaving. They go do their thing and that they're basically taking a day trip effectively. So it's just Carson and Graham kind of hanging out here.
Ooh, that means my brother gets the text earlier than I expected.
Indeed. Which one was it? Send dogs?
Send lots of puppies.
Did you?
I want a dozen puppies.
Did you
of varying breeds?
Did you specify a direction?
They must be.
Are you going to bring actual puppies to a fight?
No. I'm donating them to the town to get them hooked on puppies.
Okay.
You know some books too, so they can get hooked on phonics.
I'm going to give. I also request learning material to show off how amazingly obedient and smart dogs can be too.
Perfect. Okay. I was wondering why you wanted these puppies. I was trying to get some clarity there. So
I want to donate them to the town because it's preposterous that these people have never had a puppy before.
Excellent. You had a lot of peace there.
Airdrop in puppies.
Hell yeah.
Forced adoption.
Meanwhile, my brother's like, yes, success. Wait, why do you want them?
First, he's excited.
Jason's thinking the worst the entire time.
Probably.
I was worried for half a second, which is why I wanted the clarity there. So cool. They're not battle dogs. They are petting pups. All right. During this time, we'll go ahead and pause on this note here. Carson.
Yes.
Y'all get a call again at Season's Comfort. Eleanor kind of waves the phone for you, saying, like, hey, your carnation business is calling again. They want an opinion on, some formation or something for a funeral.
What?
I don't know. She doesn't know. She's like, just call for you
All right,
guys.
I pick it up.
Yeah, she hands it to you
Take
and
it.
is definitely not listening.
How far away is she?
And she's not really too far, honestly. She's like 10 feet from you. She can vaguely hear.
All right. It's whatever.
It's like standard levels of nosy, yeah.
Okay.
And she's kind of looking over the paper at you as on the other end.
I make eye contact, so I know that she's...
She knows that you know?
Yeah.
Oh, no, back to my paper. I'm good. Don't mind me. On the other end is the handler.
Okay.
And she says, hello and good morning, Carson.
How's it going?
Unfortunately, not so good.
Okay.
How are things on your guys' end?
Well, got a plan of sorts.
Oh, are we enacting this plan today?
That is the plan.
Wonderful. Well, sadly, I am one to be the bearer of bad news, or potentially bad news. That individual, the boy you all brought in, Ivan, Mr. Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, while he has not perished just yet, it looks like here he has become not great, we'll say, somewhat delusional. He's adamant on leaving, and we can only hold him down for so long. He's getting very sickly. We don't know how much longer he'll last. Maybe a day or so.
What kind of stuff is he saying?
We can't even get normal conversation out of him at this point. It is... I have to go back. I need to go back. The smell's only getting worse, honestly. Maya, so far, seems... Honestly, she seems to be getting better. The scab isn't. It's spread ever so slightly. We're doing our best, of course, to hold her down. And she has been, working with us with the professional. And it's been a day or so, so we're letting her stay in... we're telling her it's like a hospital room. She seems fine. She's fully on board with helping, though, so we're good there. It's just, it is indeed progressing. Ivan, though, he might have 2 days at most.
Honestly, I'm thinking we might just need to put him out of his misery.
Maybe we should take him back.
I'm kind of curious how Ivan would react if you put a mirror in front of him.
Actually, that's a good idea. Just out of curiosity, could you take him a mirror?
Why?
Just let me know how it goes.
All right. He's currently
nothing, but
yeah, he's currently out. We'll do our thing, and I guess expect a call from the Carnations soon. But not meaning to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to rush you guys, but do your best. Seriously.
All right.
I also kind of want to point out that I think it's hilarious that we basically established that we were flora experts, and the I.C.S. decided to go with, we're a boutique.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's really funny.
I hear her yawn again. She goes, oh, well, good luck, Carson. We'll be praying for you.
All right. Let us know how it goes.
Report if you need anything. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Ellen was just wondering what the hell, or why the hell, flowers need mirrors.
Yeah, she puts it down. She's like, what is with you guys in mirrors?
Look, it's a trick of the light. If you put a mirror behind a bouquet,
it makes the bouquet look bigger.
It makes the bouquet look fuller. Makes it look brighter. We usually do it for stuff like weddings.
And she's nodding along like, oh, of course, I read about that. And she definitely hasn't. She kind of goes back and where? Okay, hold up. And she's trying to dig through various old magazines she has that are definitely dated. And she finds something about flowers and weddings. And she goes, oh, here. Oh, it was definitely in this book, right? And she's flipping through it, not showing you, but just flipping through it. And she smiles to you as you head off, Carson, and you see Grandma's basically prepared some food for y'all. Eleanor had it ready, and y'all sit the two of you. Graham will discuss something with you, but it shall indeed be next week as Margot and Jay are back on the way with Fire.
A disco ball.